exactly. Thanks for telling us. Okay, we're recording and I'm going to start streaming, and then Amanda's going to introduce everybody because I have to just go to my door and get food, and I'll be right back.
Oh,
It's
great
not my
timing.
fault. I just got home like a second ago. So
I will if my cat doesn't unplug my fucking
no, that's
computer.
part of the deal, Amanda. You have to do it. I have a minute to put the stream on. Hold on. 1 minute.
Are they at your door?
No, in 1 minute they will be at my door. I have
They
1
say.
minute to get started.
It's never true.
I wasn't leaving yet. I'm just.
Come here.
Hopefully everybody's good. I'll just go over the rules live. You do it. You go over the rules too, because we have new people here.
All right, guys. So
Wait,
the
not
rules.
Yet. Wait, not yet. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 70, whatever number we're on now. Amanda, the whole introduction, Amanda. That's all you. Ready to go.
I don't even know what number show we are.
71. We're on 71. We're on 71. Go ahead. It's all you now.
We are, yes. Welcome to Karaoke host Q&A. Joining us for our 71st. I don't even know what to say, Jeff. I don't pay attention when you do.
You're doing a great job. Just introduce everybody.
So we've got some hosts here. We've got Mego My Ego.
Hello.
We got Nana de Bomb Diggity.
Hello. It's
We've
not
got,
on me, but okay.
we got myself. We've got DJ Jazzy Jeff, who's running to get some food, so he's forcing me to do this. Apologies. And we also have our wonderful special guest with us. We got PeteyP coming back. We got first timers, I believe, Addy and Riggy.
Second time.
Second time. Okay. Sorry. First timer, QMQ.
Yeah.
Welcome. We got a multiple time guest, Suazo, with us tonight.
Yes, I don't know how many times it's been, but welcome.
More than a handful, I think. So the rules, for those that don't know, are pretty simple. Don't say anything illegal, anything that will get you arrested. Don't say anything that you don't want people to hear because it is being recorded and it's currently being live streamed. Make sure that you don't have music in the background for copyright issues for when it's played on YouTube and whatnot. Plus also you see the green box around me when I'm speaking. That means the video is looking at me. We see all of us on the screen at this time, but in the recording, the one with the green box is the face that's on the screen. So the background noise will have that green box around you and whatever. And last rule, just have fun. There are no wrong answers. I will warn you, we will get sidetracked. That happens basically every show. Jeff is taking way longer than I expected him to take.
A minute and a half. A minute and a half.
Nice. Snuck in under the wire.
Hurt you. Half of it. I was trying to get set up here. I have to eat. I apologize that I'm going to eat on a live stream. I hate that, but it is life. I literally got home 20 minutes ago from a 6-hour tattoo appointment. So it was a long day.
What are you eating?
I have sushi, so it's easy to eat and not be obvious.
Not loud.
Not loud. Correct. I don't have like.
Yeah, just don't make chewing noises. Those sounds.
I'll do the best I can. Okay. So we'll start now. I think Amanda took care of the introductions. She took care of the start of the show. Well done, Amanda. First time ever in 71 weeks taking the opening up the show here. We got Chaya joining us now too. I think Amanda, you introduced everybody already. I think
I did.
Except for Chaya, who's now here.
Except for Chaya, who's here now.
We got tons of people here tonight. Are we ready to answer some questions?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. We are live streaming right now and recording at the same time. So QMQ, you're the brand new special guest, this brand newest special guest. So you get to pick the first number, 1 to 450, and we'll see what question is there and we'll answer it.
257.
257. So at number 257, the question is, do you believe that violence in video games causes violence in real life? That's for everybody, not just for you. Everyone can answer.
Absolutely not.
Good one.
No way.
No.
No.
Everyone's
Okay,
just
my
like, nope.
question's done.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I've never killed any aliens in real life. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Fair. It's fair.
I mean,
Does
I've never
nobody-
dug like cube-sized holes like I did in Minecraft. So, I mean, I feel like I've never shot zombies either. With a
Right.
magic arrow. That's tough.
No, I've also killed people in a lot of video games, but never in real life. I know everybody's glad to hear that.
Weren't you in the armed forces?
I never killed anyone.
Okay.
Never.
Wow.
Never killed anyone. I've never killed a human being.
I was
And
in
if
the
I
armed
had-
forces too, and I never killed anyone.
Here we go. See?
I'm not saying that they all do. Just curious. That's all.
I mean, it sounded like that's what you were saying.
I know. I kind of made it sound that way. My bad.
Oh, it's okay. So no one believes this. So that was a quick and easy one.
Mm-mm.
That was like
I mean, the
Nope.
fact that it's been scientifically proven kind of helps, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
science. Everyone in the world doesn't believe in science, do they?
I'm sure
Funny.
it gives people some clever ways to do it that we're already going to kill somebody.
Yep.
But other than that, I don't think so.
Correct. I just spent 6 hours watching Dexter while I got my tattoo because that's what the
Is
tattoo.
that what you were doing the whole time?
That's what the tattoo artist wanted to watch. So I was like, absolutely, you do whatever you want to do.
It looks good so far.
What
So,
season of Dexter?
the first one. It was the first one. What?
Wait, the tattoo artist wanted to watch Dexter while tattooing you.
Isn't that scary? I just thought that too. I was like, what?
I tried to ignore that part, but yeah, I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, the entire time.
But the
So we
tattoo
did.
looks good, so I'm not complaining. I mean, it looks all
We
right.
were the only two in the building, so it didn't matter. We could watch whatever he wanted, and I wasn't going to be like, no, watch something I want to watch. No,
I mean,
No.
Dexter's a quality show, so
it's fine. And so I got to rewatch the end of season 1 and then watch the beginning of season 2, which I hadn't seen yet. So that's good. Well, I needed something to distract me from wincing and pain. All right. Anyway, that question's done. I guess we're done with that one. Let's see. Addy and Riggy, one of you. It doesn't matter which one. Pick a number 1 to 450.
430.
Which one?
430.
430. 430. Here we go. What is your favorite type of weather? And what is the worst storm you've ever been through? We'll start with a favorite type of weather for everybody. We'll do the storm afterwards.
I like cool breezes.
October, yeah.
Yeah, fall.
yeah, windy on a fall day with leaves blowing and you can smell them.
Yep.
I'm gonna jump on this train here.
The windy on a fall day. Right?
Yeah,
It's very specific.
I want a day that's dry but also comfortable.
What about a fall day that's not so windy?
68 degrees, probably, maybe 67.
Wow, I was
Like
gonna
a
say
Still
67.
day.
71 sunny, no humidity. With a nice little
Yes.
breeze.
No humidity. No humidity.
See, that's where I gotta differ. I grew up in Florida, so I guess I got used to the humidity. So I love high temps, and I know I'm really bad. I've also lived like by the coast my whole life, so I just love like a lot of heat. I don't love the humidity, but I guess I'm just used to it. But I think this past week was a lot, but in the right direction for me. I'm gonna miss summer.
Oh,
I actually I enjoy the August, not the August, the October ideas. But if I had to be true to in my heart of hearts, I would say that my favorite is being snowed in. And hear me out on this.
Yeah.
I work indoors, and I like to play video games. So I don't feel guilty on those days, staying inside, doing what I love.
I would
Yeah.
agree with you up until the point where I know I can't get anything delivered, which makes me sad.
That does
I
suck.
agree with the delivery statement.
Yeah.
But I do think that like the first like 24 hours of being snowed in is usually pretty great, especially if you're prepared for it, because everything gets really quiet and the snow absorbs all the sound.
Right. Until the plows start coming by and like filling your driveway with extra shit that you didn't need.
Yeah.
That's
And
where I
you
get
could be-
aggravated.
You be lazy as fuck and nobody can say dick.
I do love the lazy part. The lazy part makes me happy where you don't have to do anything. And then I've been getting plowed out lately just because my snowblower wasn't working for a while and started like letting somebody plow my driveway. And it really pisses me off when they plow the driveway and then the fucking snowplows come out for the streets. And you're like, I just had that done. That's
Jeff,
just me
they're
being lazy.
very similar to the parking police meter maids. They wait for you to get out of your car and not put money into the meter and run up and give you a ticket.
Correct.
They're waiting for you to have your driveway plowed to cover the entrance.
Hey,
Like,
Jeff.
that's the truth. Yeah.
Jeff, who edits these videos?
What? Who edits what videos?
The video you're recording now.
Nobody. It just gets put up. Who fucking has time for editing? I don't.
Oh, I was
Why?
gonna ask for the clip of you talking about getting plowed, and I'd put like a bunch of censor beeps so it sounds awful.
You can do
I was-
whatever the fuck
I was
you
waiting for
want
someone
with
to
the
bring
video.
that up, and I knew someone was gonna bring.
I was saying,
I
like,
kept saying it over and over and over, and nobody was laughing. I'm like, how was no one laughing at this shit? Right?
Also, you were laughing. I saw you.
listen, we all like.
Pete,
to
if you
get
want to make
plowed.
inappropriate videos of me saying plowed, go for it. Plowed, getting plowed, plow again, plow.
I mean, honestly, that's probably the least controversial video that's been made from this show.
You're right. Exactly.
Well, we can all agree we like getting plowed. I prefer 75 to 80-degree weather, low humidity because I need some moisture in the air. But like, you know, like when you go outside and you don't feel like burning under the sun, like you can either lay by the pool, but like you don't have to go in because it's not that hot. Like that to me is the perfect weather.
Mm.
So like 12 days a year.
Right.
Awesome. I'm happy.
If
12
we're
days.
lucky. If we're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, give
Hey.
me any day in September.
See, I like that. When it's not
Not too
raining.
hot, not too cold.
When it's not raining,
It's not raining.
right?
Correct.
Again, 12 days a year.
Right. No, I agree. I like the fall temperatures, whatever that is and whenever that is. And then like no rain. It needs to be perfect for me to enjoy it. Even sitting by a pool, like I don't enjoy sitting by a pool. Well, actually, that's not true. I enjoy sitting by a pool or on a porch on a beach house, which is very specific.
But
Because
on
I
a
like
cold day.
on a cool day, because I don't like going into the water or being on the beach. I want to literally be on a deck in a beach house on the beach so I can like watch the ocean, listen to the ocean. I know this is also very specific, but watch, listen, be at the ocean, but not be in the ocean.
I'm with you big time because the ocean and sand sucks.
Mhm.
I,
I'm right
I
there
will
with
say you should go to the Outer Banks in January for that experience.
January,
Yes,
the Outer Banks of where?
North Carolina.
Oh, all right. In January,
Yeah, it's warm enough for like jeans and a sweatshirt.
that's perfect. That's what I want all the time.
Yeah, you can sit out there and enjoy it.
Is that where you're from?
No, I'm from Virginia, but I happened to take a trip down to the Outer Banks in January one year in college, and I remember loving it
That
because
sounds so nice.
no one had to swim, and it was great, and I didn't get sunburned.
That's perfect, right? I get sunburned every time I go. That's the other thing about the beach. I get sunburned every time I go to the beach. But if I'm on a deck that's covered, I don't get sunburned.
You should start wearing a sun hat.
Yeah, hats. Anyone can wear a hat. Okay.
I
Anyone
wear-
can wear a hat. Only certain people get sunburned. What?
I wear a hat. I have to. Like my dermatologist said to wear a hat all the time, stay in the sun. But I have soccer games and baseball games and stuff. So I have like this really great visor hat. It's big, it wraps around. But because I have a lot of hair, like it's a visor and it's adjustable. So I can put all my hair up or I can keep it down. Like with a regular hat, you can't do that. Like, and my head's kind of big, so a regular hat doesn't always fit. But it's really good. You should get if you'd look well, but you should get like a regular hat. Like a wide
Yeah.
brim
So any
hat.
hat. This is my problem. Whenever I wear a hat, does anybody else have this problem? Whenever I wear a hat, no matter what, no matter how tight, how loose, go ahead, capture that one too, Pete. No matter how tight or how loose, just clip it all together. The hat gives me a headache, no matter what.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's not breathable. You have to get a
Oh,
one.
I've known another person to do that, and it's because they have a nerve in their like right around there where the hat sits,
Hmm.
and they can't wear hats because of it.
Correct. Or whatever reason, but yes, it's the same
Yeah.
thing. Who else? Who hasn't answered this weather question yet? Is everybody? Because there's a second part, and the second part is, what's the worst storm you've ever been through?
Blizzard is 78, but I was a year and a half, so I don't really remember it.
You weren't really going through it. You were just alive.
My mother was.
I was gonna say the same thing. When I was a kid, Andrew happened in Florida, but I don't really remember it. So
Whatever that winter was where all the snow was piled up in Boston. Was that 2015?
15.
With Nemo, and then a week later, the other
It was like
Whatever
oddly
happened.
named one.
I
Yeah.
remember that being a very dark time in my life.
Or were you stuck home for like a week?
No, I fucking had to figure out how to commute from Abington to fucking downtown Boston.
Well,
And I
that's
don't drive.
right.
So that was like figuring out buses.
Oh, that's a
awful.
mess.
I remember digging out the snow from those, like that 3 weeks where we got 8-10 feet of snow. And there's no room in the back where we park. I didn't have a car at the time, but my 2 roommates did. And there was no place to put it. Like, just no place. Crazy.
There was no place to like walk on sidewalks if you were somebody who needed to walk. All the fucking snowbanks came up to like 3 or 4 feet over my head.
I saw at work, there's like a little parking lot right across from the entrance to our building. And there were massive, massive snowbanks from the plowing. And that area is where they brought the dump trucks full of snow that had been plowed to deposit into a giant hill over there, over by the seaport. And a dump truck was coming down the road and a car was pulling out of that parking lot. And dump truck didn't see the car didn't see the dump truck. And
Damn.
How come nobody cares when Amanda's getting plowed?
if I wasn't getting plowed, I was watching it.
That could be
I think
not
I'd have to wait. Go ahead.
I said that's not better. That's all.
Says you.
I think I guess 2 storms qualify because they were about the same when I was in college. 1 year right after the other, we had Snowmageddon and then Snowpocalypse. I can't remember if Snowpocalypse came first. But in about like 2 or 3 days, we got about 5 feet of snow both times. And this was like in the DC area where no one knows how to drive in snow. And so everything shut down, classes were shut down, like neighborhoods didn't get plowed for days. And
Fire neighborhood.
yeah, and like we ended up having a LAN party with some friends. So we had like 2 televisions going, one on one floor and one on the other, and we were playing Halo, and it was great.
Yeah, so you made do with what you had.
Right.
It's like,
Except we had to like trudge through the snow to get to said house because there were no roads. So, which was fine.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
I'd say for me, the worst storm that's not snow related. It's and it wasn't even a bad hurricane. Just nobody was prepared for it. Was Hurricane Bob. I grew up on the South Shore, like not the South Shore in the sense of the South Shore, but the very almost on the mainland side of Cape Cod. And when that storm hit, this was 91. When that storm hit, nobody was really prepared for it. And it just like devastated the shoreline. And boats all over the place, and but wasn't at the scope or size of Hurricane Andrew by any means, but still pretty scary to be in.
I was pretty young for Andrew, so I definitely won't count that. I don't know. I think a lot of the hurricanes when I lived in Florida, kind of blend. But I think the one that sticks out the most is there was one where my parents were in Mexico celebrating something. I don't remember. It might have been maybe it was their anniversary, but it was something they had already planned. They were absolutely gone. My sister had gone to Disneyland with one of her friends. So it was really just me in the house as middle school, something like that.
Yeah, they all went on vacation and left.
Oh yeah, they were. They're all having way more
Whatever.
fun. And so we
Wow.
had some family friends who were staying with us, and they were so they were pretty much watching me at the time, but they were from France, so they weren't really like hurricane people, and so we had I think when everyone left, it was like a Cat 3, and they were like, okay, like keep some water, but it'll be fine, and then it upgraded to a Cat 4. I think it stayed at a Cat 4. It might have gone up to a 5, but at that point, I think it went up to a 5 because I remember when we tell the story, everyone who wasn't at home was like, oh, and that's when we knew it was a problem. And so I think what made it so memorable is that, maybe because I was, young and not really caring, or maybe I was just used to it, but everyone was, I was just like, whatever, I'll sleep away from the window, but I'll be fine. And all these people that like had never grew up with hurricanes were like freaking out. They're like, like you got to stay like 20 feet away from the window. And so I just remember being very like nonchalant, like just go to the fridge, buy like 5 windows, grab a glass of water, look at all the leaves blowing, and then just be like, that's nice. And then just head back. So it was a very surreal experience. I don't know if I'd do it again, but.
So you were the youngest in the house at the time. And
I was.
The most put together, like ready to go.
I was just, chilling. I was like, I think when they were like, we got to get in the closet. I just remember looking at them and being like, why? What's wrong? Like it's a hurricane. It's Cat 4, So it was a very surreal experience. But to be fair, it's in Florida where like everything's built for Cat 4s and whatnot.
In Florida, that's nothing. Like I when I was living down in South Georgia, it felt like that. It was like big hurricanes coming, tornadoes. Like I was terrified every time I heard the word tornado. And people were like, whatever, let's go outside and play. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's just, the infrastructure is just built for, meanwhile, you talk about frost in Florida and everyone's like freaking out. So it's
Right.
definitely, it's like the opposite here, now like snow is like, whatever, as long as we don't get like a foot of it, like, and even then we'll figure it out. But like the minute like hurricane comes, it's like the opposite. So it's funny to see that.
No, that's true. I think for me, the one, I think I wouldn't say it's the worst storm I've ever lived through, but it's the one that sticks in my mind the most because it was the most terrified I've ever been in a storm. I was driving from home from when I was living in Georgia to back up here, and I forget where we were now. If it was North Carolina, Virginia, I think it was North Carolina. There was like a massive hurricane coming through, and I was trying to race the hurricane until I beat it, but I didn't make it. And I remember driving through the hurricane, because I was just going to keep going. I had nowhere to stop. I didn't know where to go. So I just kept going on the highway, just driving. And the rain was so heavy, you couldn't see the car like 3 feet in front of you. And you hoped you didn't hit anyone. And then all of a sudden it cleared up. And I was like, oh yeah, we're done. We made it. We raced the hurricane and we won. And we were in the middle.
Oh,
I have the storm.
you were in the eye of the storm. Oh my!
We were in the eye, and then I was like, "Can I just drive the same speed as the storm?
That right?
Stay in the eye?" Like I couldn't figure that out. But what do we have? We have a comment that's Lucian Dreaming says iguanas fall out of palm trees when it gets too cold in Florida. There are alerts for it.
It's true. That is a true fact.
All right. Is that like a storm when iguanas fall out of trees? Because that's
so it happens when it gets, if I remember correctly, when it gets really cold, because iguanas are like not, because they're cold blooded, they rely on a lot of the heat. So when it gets cold, they'll just like sit in the trees, basically paralyzed. And so if something like nudges them, they'll just fall out of the tree. It's a very weird thing. I haven't personally seen it, but I do know that. So you don't want to get hit by an iguana.
I love how Alec was ready for that. He was like, yeah, and this is why. Boom.
You gotta revert back to that old Florida man mentality if you given the chance. So.
I mean, Australia has a similar problem with koalas.
That place.
Uh,
Australia has a similar problem.
There's a
Chlamydia.
joke like in Australia that they're called drop bears, but the drop bears are like these vicious things that will, they're koala looking and they'll attack you. But the drop bears are, they're not a
Of
thing.
course they'll kill you. That's what they do. That's what Australia
Drop-
does.
They'll give you
Drop bears?
chlamydia instead.
I would say drop bears are the chlamydia koalas.
Who hasn't answered the storm question?
Me.
Well, go ahead. Jump right in.
Okay, so and I had one until you mentioned the driving thing. So I'll make them really quick though. So Superstorm Sandy in Jersey was pretty bad.
Mm.
Luckily I live up north, so we got a lot of wind damage and stuff. And like, my kids were really little back then, and like we made it through. It was like a really scary night. We had power, and then the next day power was gone for 11 days.
Ooh.
Like we were like last house to like get power back. So that sucks. So working from home, trying to work from home, trying to tell me that now mind you, I had 2 kids in preschool. One, like one, I don't know, John was like 2 years old, Bella was like 4. And they're trying to tell me they want me to commute to like a remote location an hour and a half away every day. And I was like, dude, I don't have power. Like, I have 2 tiny children at home. I can't go to work. So that lasted for 11 days. But the worst one I ever had to drive through, we had like, I want to say it was 3 years ago, before Halloween, we had some kind of a weird, massive snowstorm. We had like 3 feet of snow hit. I luckily left work, I want to say 3:30 in the afternoon. By 4 o'clock, the snow was so bad that they had to shut down all the exits for the throughway. I commuted from White Plains to New Jersey, which is technically a 45-minute commute, an hour and a half with horrible traffic. Apparently it took me the least amount of time of anyone else I know to get that far. It took me 3.5 hours to get home. I was driving snowblind on a major highway. At one point, I couldn't even see it all. My windshield wiper stopped working. I had to stop in the middle of 287 South to get out of my car, praying that I don't get hit by a tractor trailer, to clean off my windshield because the snow was so thick and heavy. I get to my exit's closed. It's like I had to get there, backtrack. My GPS started taking me up this like really weird hill. Then I realized it was a mountain road, and my car just started slipping and sliding and turned around. Like it was the most torturous 3.5, 4 hour thing. I had a half a Chipotle bowl left over from lunch. Thank God. I think I would have died from like my low blood sugar fighting out that. I'm eating a Chipotle bowl with my fingers, like in the middle of the snowstorm. Then I was so nervous. I had like 2 cigarettes in the car. I'm like fucking chain smoking. I'm like my life is over. Like I seriously thought I was gonna die going down like a steep hill and all this. There was like a record number of wrecks that day. There were so many wrecks that people had to just like take each other's numbers and leave. Like they couldn't even wait for cops. It took someone I knew 12 hours to get an hour away from her house. 12 hours to get home.
Yeah, that's pretty horrible. That's a bad storm.
Yeah, I think we block it out because it was so bad.
It's not the ones that it's not always the ones that you're stuck at home for. Sometimes it's the ones that you just struggled for the most that you remember. Yeah. But no one planned for it. Like what's that?
No one had any idea. No one planned for it. There were no plows on the road.
Nope. No one got plowed that day.
No one got plowed. That was the biggest.
This won't go away. I don't know why. You brought it up and now I can't forget about it. Sorry. I'll try to stop.
It's all good.
Who else? Who has not answered this question? Everybody? Did I not hear some? All right. Fine. Moving on then. Moving on. Let's see. Chaya, you get the next question. 1 to 450.
73.
Yes. 73. All right. We're 73. What makes a perfect weekend for you? A perfect weekend. What does that look like?
Somebody making me food, me doing things that I enjoy, which include sleeping, watching TV, playing board games, maybe a ropes course, some Six Flags, being fed again by somebody, and probably that should happen a few times throughout the weekend.
I feel like Nana, that's your favorite thing, to be fed by someone. Doesn't matter who. Doesn't matter what food it is. Preferably lasagna. Some kind of pasta.
Some kind of pasta.
I mean, I'm being promised mac and cheese in the future, and I'm not mad about it.
Probably coming to your door tonight, as far as you know.
Oh, that would be so lovely. Anybody wanted to do that?
Not making any deliveries tonight.
I'd be happy with Dominic.
I hear Suazo likes to make deliveries during the show.
Yeah,
I won't say he likes to, he has.
I feel like he enjoyed it when he did it.
I think he did.
It was short rides. It was fine. I stayed on the whole time.
What's the perfect weekend for you, Suazo? Delivering stuff to people during the show?
I don't know. This weekend was great, to be honest. Had a very eventful yesterday and a very chilling today. That's probably one of the best ones when you can kind of go all out one day and then relax for the whole thing the next day before going back to work. Probably do that every weekend though.
That is a good weekend. Agreed.
I think
Yeah.
it really depends on what mood I'm in. Because if I've had too many of the same weekends in a row, then I want something else. But that doesn't mean that one is better than the other. It's just I want variety.
You just want something to be different. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, I will say that I think this could apply to every weekend, is that I want some pleasant weather where I can have all of my windows open and I don't have to worry about the rain. And
kind of nice.
just
Yeah. It
nice,
goes back to
cool
the weather
weather.
question, I guess.
Yeah, October weather.
Yeah.
Go with that.
Addy and Riggy, you guys have been quiet. What's going on?
What's your perfect day?
A day I get to spend with my dogs.
Aww.
Nice weather,
nice.
being fed. Yeah, I agree with those things.
Nice.
That is
Good
great.
day. Yep. Relaxing day with the pets.
Kind
What about you, Riggy?
of similar, but instead of dogs, it's since we just moved out together, I'm really missing my family. So seeing family, barbecue with them, my mom making soup. I can't believe it. Yeah, I would like some soup right now.
What kind of soup?
It's like, I don't know how you say it in English. It's sopa de res, which is basically like beef stew, I guess. Just Hispanic version, I guess.
Yes.
Also, just like this bump.
Yeah, that's.
My mom used to make a really good beef stew, and I haven't had it in like forever. So I would actually, you said that out loud. I was thinking about recipes the other day that I don't make, that I used to make, and that was one of them. Was like the beef stew, and I haven't. But yours is yours. I shouldn't say your mom's is probably better because my mom could be listening. But it's probably better. Just because it sounds cooler. Just the name of it is better than beef stew. Like it's way better.
Yeah.
Sorry, mom.
Sorry, Jeff's mom.
Sorry,
You didn't
Mom.
mean it.
I didn't mean it.
I did.
Okay.
It's okay.
But I did. It's okay. Weekend, perfect weekend. Who hasn't talked about their perfect weekend?
I'm gonna guess Amanda's perfect weekend.
What?
I'm gonna guess Amanda's perfect weekend.
Okay,
Oh, do
I
that.
accept this.
All right. It's gonna be, it's not gonna be like the entire weekend, but like it's gonna include karaoke from like 4 p.m. until like 3 a.m.
2 a.m. Yeah.
Maybe some Chinese pizza when you get home. Or like when we do in college, we would go to the gas station and get like beef jerky and some other garbage and eat that at like
Jim's.
late
Slim
night.
Jim.
And
Slim
then
Jims.
like on Sunday, take a drive to New Hampshire and get cheap cigarettes and relax all day. She literally comes over and she sleeps for like 18 hours from Saturday till Sunday when she has to leave. It's so hilarious.
Well, so
There's
you
nothing
are,
wrong with it. I'm jealous.
you are damn close to correct, except for the drive to
No,
New Hampshire for cheap threads.
E-cigarettes.
It's no, I can order those online now.
What?
You don't
Um,
even have to go anywhere.
First step, here we come.
I know, right? Shoot, I'm not supposed to say anything illegal.
Right. You said that. You said it
But
today.
no, so yes, you are correct about the karaoke because I'm generally hosting on the Saturday from
That's not
4
the
or
illegal.
5 p.m. until 2 a.m. I get home at 3 or late. Goddamn cat.
Aw.
Jeff, this is a cat attack.
Oh, cat attack. Hold on.
Yes,
Got it.
Draco's in heat and well, sorry.
Hi.
Cat attack.
Come over. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right. No. But my Sunday is hopefully sleep past 6 a.m. after going to bed at 4. And then just doing not a damn thing the rest of the day. And falling asleep when it's getting dark, which sucks during the summer, but is awesome in the winter. 4 p.m. versus 9 p.m. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
But yes, you
No,
were pretty spot on, Chaya.
It's pretty close. That was close.
Thank you. I just curtsied.
So
Sitting.
did Draco.
Mm.
This
Aw,
viewers, this is Draco.
meow meow.
Miss
She
Draco
just drew
Meow
blood.
Foy.
Just drew first blood.
No. She
Second
climbed up
blood.
the back of the chair and not my back.
Oh, well, then it wasn't a cat attack then.
That's
Cat attack is when she jumps off the floor, lands on your shoulder.
do you see how she is though?
hurts.
She's ready if I move too quickly
Go ahead, do
to
it.
bust out the murder mittens. No, Jeff.
Let's see what happens.
No, just because you bled today doesn't mean I have to. God damn it.
It bled a little bit. It wasn't that bad. I bled less than I thought I would. All right. Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
that's a class.
Yeah, right. Okay. Where were we? Oh shit, I changed the question. I don't even know
Oh,
where
well,
we were.
my perfect weekend, if I don't have my kid, I get to go for like a hike, meet up for lunch with a friend, like get some shit done around the house, even though I know that's boring, but like it's necessary. And then like just like hang out with friends and catch up and stuff. And then if I have my kids, go for a nature walk, which is different than a hike. And maybe take them somewhere fun and like, I don't know, just see family and stuff, but just like mellow, but it's just not out.
Chaya, that little petting zoo with the chickens, the fancy chickens,
I don't
it
remember
was
now.
awesome. Like the last time I was up,
Okay.
we went to that like the little farm place.
Oh, that place was so cute. Yeah. With the goats.
Yeah.
And Johnny had to herd the goats.
And the fancy chickens.
And see chickens.
Oh yes, no, these chickens were very fancy. Some were
What is
very
fan?
small.
Are they bougie or what? What's up? What about?
Oh
Do
yeah,
they have
no.
furry feet?
Some had furry feet, some were very small, some were extremely large. They would jump up onto the fence. 'Cause chickens can't really fly, but they can jump pretty high. Jump onto the fence. They would eat the corn out of your hand. Like you could 25 cents, get a handful of like the dried corn, feed it to them. The kids, I mean, even adults could go into the little enclosure where the chickens were. Mind you, these chickens were running all over the place, but they did have like their own little pen. Some had basically like mohawks. They were
Oh, one of
fancy
those.
chickens.
Seen those.
Fancy
I've seen
chickens,
fancy
yes.
mohawk chickens, yeah.
So yes, bougie, I guess.
I right.
Yeah. Got some,
Well,
got some pictures of the chickens.
all right. I don't know how to spell that.
Fancy cock.
Bougie.
Whatever. It's the Mohawk chickens. All right. Good. No, for me, it's like a family day on Saturday, my own day on Sunday. That's like my best weekends. Like, I don't care what everybody wants to do on Saturday. I will mostly do it. Unless no one's here, and then I just do what I want. But if people are here, definitely the family day on Saturday, my own day on Sunday. Like on one day in the weekend, I just want to be left alone to sit in a room and do my own shit. No matter
That's
what.
really nice. That's like perfect. Like if you're married and that actually works out, that's really, really nice. Like that's what would make a strong marriage.
And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But
Yeah.
but generally it works out. Yeah. But at least, as you said, you got to share that thing that everybody has to get that, not just like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
that's-
I can I piss on everybody's parade?
Yeah, please. That's what you do.
That is what I do. I'm very miserable
kidding.
and cynical.
Just-
No, it's true.
It's a joke, Pete.
No, but
Just a
here's my perspective on it. I don't believe a perfect weekend exists. Because from my perspective anyway, I always feel guilty that I didn't do something right, or I feel guilty that I spent time away from my family or something of that nature. I'm always second guessing my decisions of the weekend at the end of it.
That's fair.
So, like for instance, I had a weekend where I went out for lunch with a couple dads I knew, and then I went to a cookout right after that and met up with old high school students. And then my brother came over and with my niece and nephews and swam in the pool. And then today I went hiking with my kids and walked on the shore, and I still feel that way, that it wasn't right. Like there was something not right about it, or there was something I could have done better.
You have to let go of the like notion of perfection. You have to just like be in the moment, and like if you just have to be better than yourself every day. You don't have to like try to fit everything in or make everyone happy. That sounds like an amazing weekend. What are you
It
talking
really
about?
does. That sounds like a
Pretty
really
fucking
nice
awesome
weekend.
That's what
I
I
want
mean.
Pete's weekend.
But my thing is that's the thing, is that I always kind of come at it from a different perspective than saying like that. On paper, it was an amazing weekend, and I should consider it as such. But I'm so like,
You're too
I feel like
critical.
you should have been like
Yeah.
working on things, like getting shit done instead of having fun with anybody. Is that what you're thinking?
no, just like
Like you should be doing
Are
shit.
you too critical of yourself?
Do you call yourself a pessimist?
if I didn't say that I'm a little pessimistic, I would say that's a lie. I wouldn't say I'm fully pessimistic, but
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just I'm never happy with any decision I ever make. So
You have a high expectation for yourself and you never can quite meet it.
correct.
Yeah.
So that for me, I don't feel like I can find that perfection.
Oh,
That made me rethink what I said earlier, in that I think a perfect weekend would be a weekend where I felt fulfilled and I enjoyed my time. It doesn't actually matter what I'm doing or where I am, as long as I feel like I enjoyed the time that I had over the weekend, then it's a good weekend.
No,
Yeah, that makes sense. And that goes along with what you're saying, Pete, too. It's like you still, if you had a productive weekend, but you have to be happy with what you did, I guess, to make that perfect weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's hard to, you put a lot on yourself on that one. And Megan, I agree with that too. I guess it's not what you're doing. It's how you feel about the weekend you had, right? It doesn't always matter what you're doing.
No, I get that. Because I was thinking about it, and I feel like the perfect weekend for me is typically Friday is like me time, like introvert time. And I'm not a very big introvert, but like no one's perfectly on the scale. We all need like alone time. And so Friday for that is like, I don't know, watch a movie with my girlfriend or play video games, just something that like is totally me. And then Saturday is usually my day to like go out and see people and like go for a run, and then maybe like hit up a beer garden, maybe end the day with some karaoke, something like that. And then Sunday is usually the day. Yeah, Hong Kong, let's go. And then Sunday is usually the only remaining thing to do, which is like all the chores, right? Like that's usually when I go like grocery shopping, when I clean the house. And I think going back to what Pete said, I feel like I kind of get that, because typically at the end of a weekend, I'll feel like if I balanced all of those, I should have not had the balance, right? Like maybe I should have done more things around the house, and I'll be like, oh, I should have spent some of Saturday doing that. Or like, especially with everything going on, I've had days where I'll be like, oh, I should have like kind of shirked some responsibility and like gone and seen people on Sunday or something. So I kind of get that. Like I always end up at the end being like, damn, like I'm glad I got everything done, but maybe I should have like taken more personal time, or maybe I should have like seen more people, or maybe I should have like done more things, done more of my chores. I kind of get that. I'll agree with that. Sometimes I feel like I could have, it wasn't balance I needed, and I balanced things, and that was almost ironically the wrong decision. So
Yep.
Kind of get that.
Nice. Good conversation.
Don't be so hard on yourselves.
What
We're
I-
only human. I said, don't be so hard on yourselves. You're only human. And we've got like every other day in the week to take care of shit. You got to take care of yourself on the weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I
if
agree.
you can, right? You can do it. If you can get yourself a way to do the things that you feel good about. Yeah. Who else? Who hasn't answered this yet? No, everybody's good. Nobody else wants to answer. Addy, Riggy, I didn't hear your answer.
I said it.
I heard dogs.
We're at the beginning.
Go ahead.
Dogs. Oh, you guys went first.
This is so
You guys
I've
went
been
first.
talking about this question for like
For a
45
while.
minutes.
This has been going on for a while. Okay. You're
It's
right.
now 9 o'clock. We're 4 questions in.
That's right. You guys answered first.
Are we 4 questions in
The-
already?
The first question took about 43 seconds.
Right.
Right.
It's the long ones they throw me, and I forget who's already answered them when I get like 25%. All
Yeah.
right. That's why I ask. I'll just continue to ask and let people tell me if they want to say something. Okay. Sorry, guys. I called you out and you had already spoken.
No, it's okay. Actually, that was our last question. Unfortunately, we gotta get ready for other.
What?
things. Yeah, unfortunately.
I have to get up to work super early.
Oh my
Want to do
God.
one more?
But we've only just met.
Yes.
There'll be other time.
There will. There'll be plenty of other time. You guys are invited back anytime,
It's a lot of fun. It is.
all the time.
By the way,
Um,
isn't sponsored by this wine, but if anybody likes wine, this one has a little bit of higher alcohol content, and it's absolutely delicious, and it's like $12.
What kind of wine is it?
It's French. It is Chateau Guigignon in Côte d'Ivoire.
Can we write to them and ask them if they want to sponsor us?
I would love that. It's Syrah, Grenache, Mourvedre, and Saint-Salt.
What is
That's
the
my next
alcohol?
thing.
What is the alcohol
What's my-
content?
What is the alcohol content?
It's like, well, I mean, it's 14.5, which is kind of high. I usually drink
High for a
like,
High
wine.
for wine. That's high. For
It is
wine.
high for wine.
yeah, and I'm feeling it.
Nice.
I'm feeling it.
Is it a red?
It
Let's
is.
see,
It's red, but it's
Yeah,
a
I'm
light
gonna take a
red. It's
picture.
not
The-
very
the-
dark. It's not very heavy, I mean.
Is that small batch?
The wine that I have here
Oh, wine.
is
made from
94
grain.
That's Elijah Craig small batch, right?
I know.
That's wine.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good, great wine. Great wine if you're looking for a bourbon drink.
Uh-huh.
I have Korean wine.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Is it plum wine?
It's
Is that the one that
soju.
you always buy when
Oh.
we have friendsmas?
Yes.
Is it flavored? The soda?
So that's plain, but I put in a pomegranate berry drink mix. So it's not plain anymore. But
You
they do
guys
come
are
with
good. You don't have to listen anymore. You can go.
they
if you
do
want
come
to.
with flavors.
I just want to keep looking.
Thank
I
you
just
again,
didn't say
Jeff.
anything before because I just want to keep looking at your faces. That's it. I just want to stare at your faces.
If we don't say goodbye, you can't leave.
Bye,
Oh,
guys.
right, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, guys.
Bye. Have a great night.
Night, guys. So sponsorship, everyone. This is what I'm working at now. We got our 50 followers. We got 50, actually 57
right.
now. 57 now. But the next thing is get sponsorship. So we can try to like that wine company or that whiskey
Yeah.
that Suazo thing. We got to look for sponsor. There's actually a button here now that it wasn't there before.
Jesus, Jeff.
Oh,
Jesus.
wait, hold
Chef.
on. Watch this. Watch
What?
this.
What are you gonna do?
I
mean, tell me. I don't want to be
I'm-
surprised.
Yes, you do.
Right? You love
Surprise
surprises.
him. I want to see Jeff surprised.
What are you gonna do?
Me too.
Oh, I just used my Prime sub for this channel, so we got another sub.
Hey.
You use
I
what?
don't know
Oh,
what
I just gave you $2.50 for free.
oh, fantastic. That wasn't the thing. I love that. That's great, and that's
But-
perfect actually. But
What can
But
you
I
do
was-
with the money?
we're gonna buy celebrity guests with the money. That's what we're gonna do. That's what the
Mhm.
money's for. It's gonna spend it out of my
The
pocket.
money is for
So-
celebrity.
Celebrity guests.
I don't
Cameo
think I know how
speakers.
any of this stuff works.
So I have a new button. This is what I was gonna say. It says run 1 minute ad break.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I don't
I've
want to do
seen
that
the
right now. I'm
ads.
just saying. I'm not gonna do it. It just says run 1 minute ad break. If you
No,
want
it's
to.
already running ads.
I know, but there's a button that lets me run one right now. Anytime I want.
What?
I'm not
Until
gonna do.
Until we have sponsors, Jeff, is it possible that we could do fake sponsors?
No,
And-
I did that, and then I feel like we're lying to people. And I
No,
don't
no,
wanna lie.
no, no. You hear me out.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry.
Someone comes up with what it is that's being sponsored, and everybody has to think of what that actually is. So, for instance, Dr. Spitz's wrinkle cream, and
Is it
everybody
his
else.
spit?
Who could forget?
There's no right answer, but like
There's no wrong answer either.
correct.
Oh, are you making up products? Is that what
You're
you're?
making up
Yeah, I'm
products
saying you
and
make up-
people are saying what it is.
Yeah, could be fun.
I feel like
Go
there's
ahead,
also
you-
a board game that does this.
Is this just
I feel like it's more fun if we do.
cable for for Zoom?
Is it what?
It just sounds as if anyone who watches Rick and Morty, it just sounds like interdimensional cable for Zoom. They just like it's basically the actors just ad-libbing like things you would find on television.
That's funny.
Late night infomercials.
That's right. We should do that. We should invent. What?
Oh my God. That would be a great question. Like what would make a great night infomercial?
Let's ask it right now.
Add it
Go,
to
Amanda.
What would yours be?
I don't know. I just thought of it. I don't know.
Well, ask the question.
Oh,
Go.
it's gotta be for a karaoke machine. Are you flipping kidding me? Like a shower karaoke machine.
They
Like,
have
you
those.
go to the shower. Do you forget lyrics? Try my new
Ask the question, Amanda.
karaoke shower machine.
Folks, what viewers, listeners, anybody watching, what do you think would make a great late night infomercial commercial?
Uncle Rusty's tank shaver.
I love it.
Wait, Nana, you have a dog?
I just was going to
No.
say that.
No, my mom has a dog,
Okay.
and I'm watching the dog.
Hi, Nana's mom's dog.
That's a cool dog.
Nana's
Famous.
mom's dog.
Famous. He is
Oh.
Ooh,
old.
watching dogs for others would make a great late night infomercial.
Don't people do that?
I mean, how long do these infomercials have to last? Like 20 minutes?
They
What,
last-
a half an hour with commercials, yeah. So
Oh.
22 minutes.
As somebody who watches dogs for other people, I really don't know how much you can really say in an infomercial about it.
Not
Oh,
much.
I know. Bean pots.
Like
Does no
the,
one know what they are?
like the bean
No,
pot
why don't you run an
hockey
infomercial and
tournament.
tell us?
That's all I know
It's
about
like a
being fun. It's
hockey tournament.
I
no
have
idea what else-
one. Here, I'll hold on. I'll be right
A
back. I gotta
bean pot infomercial.
So for me, the baked beans, I grew up in Maine, and we used to do like the family gathering and do a lobster boil and baked beans, but the baked beans were in a hole in the ground on coals in probably Megan's bean pot.
This is a bean pot.
Oh,
Oh
bean
yeah, I've
pot.
seen one of those before.
It is an antique or old-fashioned way of making baked beans.
I've seen them in an infomercial once.
In
How
the
often
ground,
do you make
Megan,
beans?
in the ground on coals, buried, like we used to do in Maine.
No, so what you do is you soak them in the bean pot overnight, and then you put them on the stove or in the oven. I can't exactly remember, because I have an Instant Pot. So,
In the ground, if you're from the woods.
I mean,
The
yeah, you
ground.
could stick it on the fire. Why not on the coals? And then
From Amanda's
you
old
let it
neighborhood.
sit there, and like you put all your ingredients in it, and you let it just sit and bake, and then you get baked beans. But I could theoretically fill up 20 minutes of doing different recipes with the bean pot.
There you go.
That's your infomercial right
That's your
there.
infomercial. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll go in on this recipe thing. I feel like, so I do cocktails as a hobby, and I feel like when it's late at night and the question is always like, oh, do you have any good cocktails? But it's always like past the hour that like any store is open, like no one's getting stuff. I feel like an infomercial for drinks you could probably make with what you probably have. Like realistically, it's 1 a.m. What do you actually have a good shot of being able to drink? I feel like that is an underrated thing.
Let's see what you did there. Good shot. Yeah.
I feel like Stanley Tucci does that on his Instagram.
Oh, really?
And yeah, he does it well.
I feel like that's a big thing, because I feel like always, especially because when I'm looking at recipes, it's always like, cool, here are 4 things you probably have and like 1 exotic ingredient. So you just need like, here's 3 things. You probably have them in your fridge if you feel like digging, but like, here you go. It's 1 a.m. You really want it? All right, here you are. I feel like that's a niche market, but needed for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, everyone could use that at midnight.
Probably closer to 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, as it goes on, it just
in,
gets
in Massachusetts.
It's easier, right? I mean, I feel like at any time.
4:30, 4:30, New Jersey, New York.
Yeah, like at 3 a.m. Boston, it's like, cool, just pour whiskey into a glass. Like that's what it is. Like
That's
it just gets
pretty much it.
increasingly
Yep.
simple.
I've come to the realization that nothing good happens after 12 a.m. So I go home.
I can go
Oh.
home at 2.
I have another
I go home
idea
at 2.
actually. So when I was in college and I was living with my roommate, she tried to start a blog of all of the things that you could make that are usually in a college student's fridge that don't cost money. Like things that you've just got randomly around.
Do you have any examples of things?
I mean, like,
Do you remember?
it didn't last very long. So it wasn't very successful because she really liked cooking. But I mean, like anything with rice and eggs and I don't know, other things, crackers. Ramen. Yeah.
It's an eggs. That's it.
Is it strange that I prefer cup of noodles versus a packet of ramen?
I'm with
Like,
you.
No.
A
I'm with
million
you.
times more.
If
Cheaper
you
is
wanna,
better.
I can teach you how to make actual ramen with miso paste.
I have miso paste. I have white miso paste in my fridge.
No, you should get red miso paste, better.
The things you
Yeah.
have in your fridge.
White miso was available, god damn it.
Actually, Amanda, if you have a thyroid issue, you can't eat any soy. Soy aggravates your thyroid.
That is unconfirmed. I've looked into that.
Thyroid problem?
Fact checking.
Yeah, I've looked
Wow.
into it.
Do you have a thyroid issue?
No, my one of my family members does, but I've looked into it to see what was concluded, and basically the conclusion is that there's no conclusion right now because people don't know enough. So some people say it does, some people say it doesn't.
The funny
Like
thing about having Hashimoto's is that they actually can only treat it one way, and that's with Synthroid. They have no other thing for you, but there have been plenty of studies done and a lot of like holistic healers that tell you like foods that actually aggravate it and make it worse. Like soy has estrogen in it, and it's also not good for you if you like have Hashimoto's or hypothyroid. It actually makes your thyroid lower and worse. So like I've stopped eating any soy and I've noticed an improvement. I've stopped eating like a lot of the stuff that was on the list, and it's actually an improvement. It's stuff that like you wouldn't even like figure normally. Like you think broccoli is amazing for you and like cruciferous vegetables are, but they can actually make your thyroid work worse. It really sucks like how these endocrinologists like are just so unlikable. They really have like zero answers for you except for like one pill and that's it. But I was just saying, miso is delicious and so is soy sauce.
I
So
I know you have
don't eat
a-
enough of them often enough. But I do have, I have a container of white miso paste in my fridge that I've had
Just sit
for
there,
a
wait for 2
year.
a.m.
It lasts forever in the fridge, basically.
Oh, no, I will, like, every so often will do a spoonful into like, if I'm cooking hamburger, like just ground burger, throw it in there. Then it's, oh, I like salt. My problem, I have high blood pressure. I love salt. I put salt on everything. And it's horrible.
You don't
But
It's
put
horrible,
on everything.
it's horrible, but it's
Put a
good.
little bit in your salt. There's a big difference.
I put a little food in my salt. Yes, that is correct.
Oh my
A little
god.
food and salt. Little bit
That
of
is correct. Like I could never be a chef because I will absolutely oversalt every fucking thing I make. And people will just be like, ugh.
That's,
Like Gordon Ramsay would be like, what is this bullshit?
that's how I feel about cheese. You can put, there's never enough cheese. You can
Yeah.
always put more.
Yeah.
I second that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I third it.
Well,
Except
cheese
on,
and butter.
except on pizza, because if you put too much cheese on pizza, it's not as good.
No, you're
No.
I like it.
No, I
What
don't
about
know.
a
I
stuffed
think
crust, Jeff?
No,
That is
I like the
incorrect.
balance.
I
I
think
like the
pe-
balance of cheese and sauce
I
myself.
think pizza
Yeah.
might be the
That
patron
means is that
saint
you're
of
just
what
not
we're
I think
doing.
pizza tastes better usually without sauce anyway, or at
Whoa.
least like
I don't like red
ever
sauce.
like it. I don't like tomato sauce at all.
I don't either.
I knew a kid who
Have
put
you ever
salt
had
on
tomato
pizza.
sauce?
Oh,
Salt
yeah.
on
Extra
pizza?
sauce
Oh,
for me.
absolutely.
Like spaghetti sauce,
Extra.
hate it.
Extra sauce for me.
Yeah.
And
I agree, Suazo. Extra sauce. More and more, I like extra sauce on my
No,
pizza.
no red sauce. No, thank
Yeah.
you.
Red
Pete.
sauce.
Mm-mm.
Spaghetti,
put
I
salt-
like spaghetti with olive oil and garlic.
Yeah, I used to eat spaghetti with butter and cheddar cheese.
Yep.
That was good.
Butter sauce, Chaya, butter sauce.
I want to go
All my
back to what
kids
Pete
want-
just
they'll
said.
Go to a restaurant and they're like, I just want pasta with butter sauce. Okay, that's $20 each. Meanwhile, it's like I could have made 14 servings of that with one box of pasta at home.
And a stick of butter.
And a
Stick
stick
of
of
butter.
butter. That's what I do. But yeah,
I
no,
go,
sauce is good. Like you gotta get good tomato sauce. You gotta like make the sauce yourself. You
Oh,
gotta like take
work.
crushed tomatoes. You gotta take some tomato paste. You gotta throw some sugar in there, salt, oregano,
there
spice,
should be a bottle of wine
simmer,
involved.
olive oil. Yeah, you drink the wine while you're cooking the sauce.
Yes.
You also pour the wine in too. You drink some, you pour some.
Yeah. And you slice the garlic really, really tiny. You got to saute it with the oil and you pour that oil into the sauce and you stir and you stir and you stir. Eventually it's ready. And that's good sauce. You can't buy ragu and you can't buy like Francesca Rinaldi and expect to be like, oh, I like tomato sauce. That's not tomato sauce. That's ketchup.
How
In a
many
box.
fucking hours?
We
does
are
it
not
take you to
being
make
sponsored by Ragu or Francesco Rinaldi. May I
Ever.
just throw that out there?
Ever.
The
How
last
many
time
hours does that take to make sauce?
the last time I ever cooked sauce like that, I want to say was like 5 years ago because nobody appreciates it because I have 2 little kids.
And it took you 5 years to make it.
No. Oh my God.
Jeff, it's actually really quick to do.
I'm
homemade.
sure it's delicious. I'm not saying it's not good. It's just like takes forever to make that shit. And you don't always
I
have,
have-
the ingredients.
I
at 3
have
a.m.
made homemade spaghetti sauce before,
Good.
and I don't like tomatoes. I don't like red sauce.
I just don't like how crushed
made it-
tomatoes taste. Like they taste different.
I've I've
Yeah,
made it with
weird.
fresh
I love me some
tomatoes,
raw tomatoes. Yeah, I'll
Like,
eat those all day.
Cooked right.
actual like tomatoes that I chopped up. And
So
made
wait,
the
are we
sauce
50-50
from.
here on who even likes sauce at all?
Oh, who likes sauce? Raise your hand.
Who likes red sauce?
Red sauce.
Clarify.
I like all sauce.
oh, it depends
all
on the
sauce.
pizza though. Like
Sauce.
Buffalo is a great.
Oh, we're not talking about just pizza, like
Oh,
Oh,
sauce.
we're just
in
in
general.
general.
Oh, well,
Red
that's
sauce in
different.
general.
I'm a
4
saucy
people
bitch.
like red sauce and oh wait, oh pasta person, yes.
As long as if it's the pasta.
But wait, is
yeah.
that different than just sauce on pizza then? So who doesn't like sauce on pizza? Does not like sauce on pizza?
I like a dab.
A dab.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a tiny. I'll get like light sauce
Okay,
on pizza,
that's still some, but
but
Rather
I
just,
only like
dip
white
it.
sauce on pasta and not on pizza. I've never had good white sauce on pizza.
Really?
Yeah. that
I
sounds-
don't like white sauce on pizza either.
I've never tried white sauce on pizza.
If you, as I said, the pizza, in many places you can get just olive oil and garlic as the quote unquote sauce
in
on the bottom.
Okay, yeah.
And
So much
pesto.
better.
Fucking
Pesto,
delicious.
yes. Pesto is like not a
Ugh,
sauce.
see, I can't on pizza
It's
though.
Pesto.
Pesto
Well,
itself.
we
Least
call
that's how I
Yeah.
feel like about it in my mind. Pesto is pesto. It's not
No,
a
it's not
sauce.
sauce, but I'm saying like you can get it because it's so concentrated. You only need a little. So yes, I would say it's not a sauce. Maybe it's more like an aioli, but
Spread.
it's not. It's pesto because it's not
It's a
mayo,
spread.
right?
A
So,
pate.
but like pesto on anything is like amazing.
Fantastic.
Yep.
On
I love
pizza.
pesto.
Even on pizza.
Pesto?
Yeah.
Pesto
I don't
pizza.
Pesto pizza, yeah.
try anything.
Jeff with chicken. Yeah,
Oh, I do chicken on
what?
pizza. I can't. It's
I'd say with
nasty.
chicken.
pesto with chicken on
Oh.
pizza.
I can't do chicken on pizza.
But
Fucking
Can't
get a
do
grilled
chicken.
I'd
chicken.
do it.
fuck your
Okay.
barbecue chicken and pineapple, Jeff.
I
Pesto.
didn't say anything. I
chicken.
didn't say a fucking thing. Nothing. I said nothing. And you're like,
I'm just
"Fuck
gonna
you
put
and
in an
yours."
honorable mention for feta cheese and pineapple.
I didn't say
Okay.
shit.
No, it's yeah.
Don't
On
knock it till you
pizza?
try it.
On
Wait,
pizza.
what on pizza?
On pizza.
Do it again. What? I didn't hear you.
Feta cheese and pineapple.
What's the base?
But
Light
no
tomato
sauce?
sauce with mozzarella
Oh.
cheese.
Oh my
Oh.
god, that sounds
No,
horrific.
no tomato.
It sounds
Okay.
awful. I
do it.
agree, but it tastes great.
Okay,
I imagine the feta like pulls
to
out
call
the
anything-
sweetness.
It was my attempt at like a vegetarian alternative for ham, and it works because it's like salty. So it kind of
Huh.
fills the place of ham and pineapple in the
Okay, so
vegetarian
there's
version.
There's actually like a kind of like a debate between like true like pizza makers and like everyone else that
And
Pizza.
everyone else.
has like certain components to it, and after you mess with those components too much, it's no longer a pizza. A pizza is either like a pie. In Italy they sell a lot of these. It's just a pie with marinara, like that's it, no cheese on it even, and that's like their best seller and like the best Italian in the best pizza restaurant in Napoli, right? And then you got like your cheese, and then you got like you could throw a couple of toppings. I feel like mushroom and like sausage or something is
Ugh.
like an okay topping. But once you go past that, it's like a flatbread. It's not a pizza anymore.
Huh.
Pizza is really either dough marinara cheese or dough
Yeah.
and marinara, and then you're done. And then it's like a fucking Frankenstein. And that's it.
Yeah, pizza is different everywhere. Like I can tell you that Australian pizza tastes like cardboard. Don't eat it.
It's not pizza. It's a
Just
Even
don't
at
go.
7-Eleven.
Straight up tastes like cardboard.
Just
so
don't
nasty.
go to Australia.
Also,
Stay
Go
the
to
fuck
Australia.
home.
It's
pizza
great.
tastes like
Just don't
cardboard.
eat the pizza.
Or touch the koala bears.
Yeah,
go in the
don't touch them
water,
either. Yeah.
Or
Just
into
don't
a
leave the
building.
main area, the city, because you're gonna die if you do.
Don't
If
leave
you go
the
outside the
airport.
wall.
Do
I
not
thought-
step
Don't leave the
outside the
airport.
airport.
I thought
I
it was
Australia-
just
survived.
animals that
I
killed
survived.
Airport.
It's fine.
Sydney International Airport, nothing else.
No, I wasn't even. I never went to Sydney.
Oh,
Oh,
where's the airport?
I went to Melbourne in like
Oh.
it's in the southeastern corner, just above Tasmania. That's where I
wow.
was.
Where the devil lives.
How long were you
Just
there?
made that up.
Almost 6 weeks.
Oh, was it like for after school? Like, was it like your own private trip, like after college, or was it?
No, it was during college. Yeah, it was like a summer thing that I went.
Amazing, the dream trip of mine.
It was awesome.
And the
Yeah,
airport.
I would love to live there. It's great. People are really nice, actually.
Yeah, sure. Live-
I know we've had this conversation before.
If you
It's
live
not gonna
long
kill
enough to
you
meet
if you
them.
just go.
So,
Somebody help me pick my next drink.
The one in the middle. Pick the one in the middle.
Which
So
you moved
there's a lot of stuff here.
The yellow
What is
cap
it?
bottle. The yellow cap. That one.
Some-
Yep. That one.
Glendavik's pretty.
The
well,
yellow
Glendavik's
cap.
Nope,
pretty
not
good.
that one.
I can't see anymore. You
No,
moved
don't
it.
do that. All right. Well, how about this? Well, set that one aside.
What is that?
Fine.
It's a rum,
It
right?
says pepper.
This one aside.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Glenfiddich 12. Jeez.
Can you mix them?
Set this one aside,
No.
What's that one?
and we'll sit.
You guys realize we haven't asked a question in like 50 minutes.
Probably do that.
We're
No,
just
I was-
talking, which is even
Jeff,
better.
I
actually.
was going to say that a friend of mine that after my mom and stepdad got divorced that we lived with, the daughter, our friend, she went to Australia for a year
Yeah.
as a foreign exchange student.
You've never seen them again.
And I have. They survived. They made it. She
Really?
actually went bungee jumping. I've seen video of it. It was
So pick number
fucking
3.
awesome.
Number 3,
Um,
Scotch.
But
We'll
she
get there,
did
Nana.
come
Yeah,
back.
you
She
do.
did come
I
back
mean,
at
4 of
like
them are Scotch. So
17
Okay.
with an
Hold on.
accent.
We have 4 conversations happening at once now. We have one call here. Okay. So, Amanda, your friends went to Australia, never returned. Suazo's
That's a lie.
trying to- Suazo's trying to pick an alcohol to drink, and we don't know which one.
Number 3.
Suazo.
The one with the
Suazo,
cage
you-
on it.
Oh, you picked number 3 for Suazo's drinks, not for the number for the question.
Yeah, I was not talking to you.
I was
Difficult.
thinking for that as well. I'm not gonna lie.
So Suazo, number the in your head, number the bottles, and then we'll pick a
One,
number that won't be 3.
2, 3, 4.
No. I said in your head. That's not in your head. I don't think you understood.
I'm not the only person that's picking number 3.
I
Number
know
the
it's
bottle.
Glenfiddich 12. Yeah,
there is a
the
consensus for
Glenfiddich.
sure.
But he didn't number the bottles yet. Nana, you just threw a number out there. He just wasn't ready yet. So number the bottles in your head, Suazo.
Okay.
Don't tell him what to do, Jeffrey.
Nana, sit
You're
back
not
and
his
hold
real
on.
dad, Jeff.
Just
Yeah.
everyone fucking calm down.
Can
Or
you
fucking-
fucking calm down? Telling people what to
mute you.
do.
I'm really
Good
surprised
people.
no one has said "fuck you, Jeff" yet.
I am running this shit. I will
Oh
fucking
yeah, fuck you,
make the
Jeff.
rules anytime I want.
But Nana
Okay.
said, fuck you, Jeff.
Suazo, the nice one that said okay when I said number your bottles for a second.
We already know the numbers, Jeff.
So Alec, pick a fucking number. 1 to
1 to what?
1 to 8. I
He
think he
picked a number.
I
I
said 3.
I said 3. I'm still gonna
Suazo,
go. I don't know
which
what
one's
3 is
number
now, but I'm
3?
still go with 3.
I'm ignoring Nana now. Which one's number
He's
3?
the one that I was like, I'm not the only one who said 3. So fuck you, Jeff.
That's about time. Suazo, which one is number 3?
It was originally this one, yes.
All right,
But I
drink
think I want to
that.
go with
Let's
one to
move on.
win anyway.
So you don't give a
So we
shit
just
about
had that
what-
entire
Suazo.
debate for no reason.
Okay, next question.
So I was
Hey,
like, no, I'm doing
Nana,
one.
I'm taking it with me.
Nana, pick a number 1 to 450.
There's the, no,
Yeah.
I'm not doing the blue. Forget it.
All right. You get to choose the first dance song at someone's wedding that you don't like. What song do you choose?
Crazy bitch.
Dirty.
Crazy bitch.
Oh no, the before he speaks song, just cuz.
Just cuz. Bound to happen.
I think I'm gonna
Uh,
choose "Family Reunion" by Blink 182.
Okay. Well, that's a nice one. You're being nice.
No,
Pop,
no, I'm not.
pop, pop,
Look,
pop.
You
Look
should
up-
listen to that song first before you say that.
Jeff-
We have a comment in our Twitch comment says I'm in love with a stripper.
Yes.
10:15. Thank you. That's fantastic.
I would say.
But what if one of them is a stripper, so it just works?
Then it's just true, and that's okay.
Yeah, but you don't like them. You don't want them to have
Would you
a good
ask the person who asked who put that in the chat, and hopefully they'll answer you.
I think a
Lindsay,
good choice.
What if one of them is a stripper? Nana would like to know.
I
Is
think
that still okay?
Okay, 'cause I don't know how to use the Twitch.
She's
well
not
enough.
watching the chat, so she can't see it, but I will pass on the information.
Or
think-
is it "From the Windows to the Wall"? What's the name of that song?
Oh,
Window.
369.
To the wall.
Yeah.
You fine.
To sweat drop down my
I
ball.
think that's the
Um,
name of the
Oh,
song.
It's
Sweat
just
drop
gross.
down my balls. That's the
That
name of
is
it.
not the name. I
It
have
just-
actually
Forget the name of the
sang
song.
that song karaoke more than once. Pete,
Oh,
I am
dance
terribly
bro.
sorry. What were you going to say? I think you-
Agree that
No,
it's
I
not a
was-
great
Ooh,
I was
Ooh,
gonna say the
party up.
party. Is that
Party up by DMX now.
Before
That's
he
a-
cheats by Carrie.
Guys, let
Oh, no,
Pete
it's
talk.
okay. I got one that could go either way. It could go for it
ahead,
could
Pete.
either be fucking epic or it could be terrible. Is the safety dance by Men Without Hats?
Yes.
So let's just be Nana for a minute. What if all the men are wearing hats?
Then
Wow.
it's a completely different band, right?
I don't really understand
Hold
why
on,
my
you
name
caught
was
me.
brought into anything.
Wait.
Minding my own business.
Can I just throw out the dirty dancing I've had at the time of my life, because there is a high likelihood that the bride will be dropped.
Ooh, that's fun.
Wow.
Oh, but that's assuming also choreographing the first
That's
dance.
assuming they're gonna do the dance.
Oh, they will attempt.
Oh,
the
they're gonna
lift.
try.
They're going to fucking attempt the lift.
They're
It's the
always gonna
rejection,
try.
they're going to attempt the lift.
You guys see the video of the bride actually doing her like a dance, a choreographed dance with her bridesmaids to the WAP?
No.
way. Really?
Oh,
Oh,
another great
post-
song.
Hiya,
That would
post
be-
the link in the comments if you can.
Post a link in the comments. I'll post chat, but we don't play it on the screen.
That's
Apparently
We'll
such
play
a
it afterwards.
great thing to listen to in front of all of your family members. That's
Well,
wonderful.
that would be my like pick. It'd be like the WAP would be their first dance song. Like, how fucking nasty is that? Like, could
Hi,
you
George.
You know what could be worse? Tip Drill by Nelly.
What is it?
Tip Drill.
That
Oh, yeah.
sounds unpleasant.
Yeah, but never like that. I
That
don't
sounds
know
like
how that
something.
goes. Can you sing
That
it?
sounds like
for us?
something ducks
If you've
do.
seen the video, you know it's not pleasant at all.
Nope, I've never seen it, but I don't need to.
Suazo, you can sing it for us for 5 seconds, 6 seconds.
That's why.
What?
Would you want to sing it for us?
Sing
You
what?
can just
Tip
read the
Drill?
lyrics.
That song.
You can read the lyrics.
Oh,
I'm
no,
not
it's all
reading the
about the
lyrics.
video, to be honest. I'll play the video in the background. You know?
You can't. We'll get blocked.
They're not on spoken word porno.
Right.
Unspoken word porno. Guys.
Tip
Wazo
drill.
will
I mean,
Weird.
if these songs have been played on the top 40 radio, then they have a different problem.
They
Well,
probably
cheers,
have.
everybody.
disgusting.
Cheers.
Don't even get me
Cheers.
started.
Does everyone have a drink in their hands?
Yeah, I
No.
have
Ooh.
one right here.
Remnants.
There we go.
They like they WAP like the edited version on the radio, like during daytime hours. Your kids can hear it. There's editing that
Why
song.
is there an edited version?
There's an
Wait.
edited version. Yeah, like
Is there a kids bop version of WAP?
no, it can't be a kids WAP. A kids WAP. Oh, that's wrong.
Kids walk.
Kids walk.
Oh,
See what happened?
oh,
Yo,
that's
see,
terrible.
Did you finish
No,
the bottle?
Kids WAP. That's wrong.
Did you finish the bottle?
That sounds even worse.
Kids
Yeah.
wop was worse than
Anyway.
kids wop wop.
Thing is,
I
like, they
just
play these
Googled
filthy
it. It
songs
might
on the
be-
radio all day.
Wait,
What was
Play
that?
these songs and you cannot like the song Up sounds like she says like 14 curse words. And I read the lyrics and she doesn't, but it just sounds like it. But it's on like all day when your kids are like listening to the radio. Not that people listen to the radio really anymore, but you know,
I do.
I do.
but like they do. I just listen to the same like Pandora stations. But yeah, it's bad. Like I mean,
Nana, what are you laughing at? She's
Bad.
looking something up and laughing really hard.
Are you
Oh,
looking at
she's
the
muted.
lyrics?
I'm wondering if she's watching a video.
If
Google
you-
the
yeah, if you're
lyrics.
watching the video,
I'll get back with you. I'll get back to you
Okay.
once
The lyrics
I've
Tell us what
it is.
It's worth
you're gonna
sharing.
have to describe it to us because you can't
Wait,
play it.
which
Whenever
lyrics?
you're ready.
Tip Drill or WAP?
Well, what I'm playing, I'm just looking at the like WAP parody things where they
Oh.
tried to make them for kids, and I'm listening to some of the stuff that they're saying. And
Gotcha.
it's
Okay.
fun.
All right. Wow.
Macaroni
Kids
in
walk.
the pot.
Not appropriate.
I feel someone
Those are
said
all
that-
great wedding songs, by the way. That's what we're talking about. Who hasn't picked a song for the person they don't like at a wedding?
So
Um,
yeah. Someone said I think Blink-182, so it got me thinking. I think "In Too Deep" is another one right in that same vein. Just
I know that
a
one.
good, just a good good clear jab.
Maybe Dirty Summer Nights. I don't know.
Oh, that Hinder song.
Which one?
But Hate Me? No,
The
that's Blue
the
October.
baby, why you calling me?
Lips of
So sweet. Lips of an Angel.
Angel.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That song sucks. Yeah. What about Guns N' Roses? I used to love her, but I had to kill her.
Oh,
Oh, the Meatloaf one, freaking any of them,
That-
basically.
Any of them.
And the Meatloaf one. Yes, all
They're
of
all an hour and a half long.
Yep. Yeah.
Both the bride and groom drop to the floor from exhaustion.
there is another one. My girlfriend listens to Steel Panther. They do a lot of like funny rock stuff, and there's one called Community Property, and the whole song is about like how someone's like dick is community property or something. I feel like that's a very clear, very good one if you really don't like someone, because it's very strong about it. So Steel Panther, Community Property is another one.
Check that one out. There's a lot of good songs that you could like screw with people. I mean, pretty
Irreplaceable
much
by
any.
Beyonce.
What's that?
I said Irreplaceable by Beyonce.
Mhm. That works.
Any song that's anti-couple should be a perfect song for this.
Love Stinks.
Love Stinks.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good one too. Yeah.
And what's
So
that
many.
art of Speedwagon? Heard it from a friend who
Take
heard
it
it
on the
from,
run.
Take it on the run.
yes.
Yeah.
Heard it from been messing around.
Oh, there you go. See, these are perfect songs. You can just change the music. You just change it in the middle. We go up there, sneak up to the DJ booth.
Can we do themed Wednesdays so we can try to like enhance our repertoire?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Or the
Suazo,
Right,
we
chicken
have done
song.
that.
And we've done it before. Yeah. Do it. That's what we're doing this Wednesday. If anybody wants to go to Hong Kong
No.
karaoke, 6 o'clock. I'll be there.
Do we know the theme yet?
No, I'm gonna put it out there for voting. How about that?
Wait, we're doing
Guys.
theme nights now?
Apparently, we're gonna try. It's not gonna be a whole night, but
Oh,
like
I
two,
love
three-
that
Jeff,
idea.
Jeff, we have definitely done. Oh, it's Britney
we've
night.
done it.
Oh, it's this. It's
We've done it.
multiple times.
But we did it. Everyone didn't do it. Like, we
Everyone
did it.
didn't.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
really think you can
Definitely
control that
seen
crowd that
other
well.
hosts do it,
that
and not
much.
you guys do it. So
We did a George Michael off.
I
did
must
a
have missed
Jack
that
off.
one.
We did a Michael Jackson off. We called
We
it a
did-
jack off.
a Jack.
What? Mike
You
Jackoff
guys
is what
have
you
done the
said?
boy band off.
And we did a Michael Jackson off, but we called it a jack off. George Michael off was close to that. I mean, it's the same thing. We like George Michael as a person, but we still
Yes.
can make fun of it.
No, a lot more than MJ.
And then we can do anything we want. We can come up with any theme we want.
Musicals. Woo!
Oh, except
Jeff
for that.
hates
Hamilton!
musicals.
Except for that shit.
I
'cause
definitely
I'm
have
not
been there
fucking
for a
playing.
musical theme. It wasn't you. I think it was Annie that did it on Mondays. one
I'm
time.
not playing that game. Fuck.
Do we have
Always-
Hamilton on that playlist?
Yeah.
We've
Yes.
got multiple.
Do we
Hamilton
really?
songs,
Yeah.
Yes,
There's-
Hamilton
There's
is
a ton of
there.
Hamilton
There's-
on there, of course. Yeah.
Okay,
There's like 4 or 5. Yeah.
I might pull out my
There's
Hamilton
more
next
than
time
4
I'm
or
there.
5 Hamilton songs.
There's most of the soundtrack.
Oh,
is
there's
on
like
Netflix,
a lot of, yeah, most of them, right? I think Nana, you probably added them all because you were asking, right?
I requested the entire soundtrack.
And
It's like
this-
there's one song it's like the only song that I've ever been able to rap ever, and I love it.
It's not my
Satisfied,
shot,
or
is
is it
Yeah.
one of the rap
We're
battles?
gonna do
Yeah,
that.
no, it's
this-
satisfying.
Someone has done that. It's there for sure. You'll be able to do it. Yeah.
I'm like, and then there's me who raps most of her songs.
That's because you like to talk through a song. It's your
I
favorite thing.
do. You know what? If I can't sing the song, I will talk through it. Fuck it.
I know. I've learned. I've been learning from you.
I'm actually not good at rapping, apparently.
Oh, I don't have to rap. You just talk.
Rapping is a
Yeah.
talent.
It is. I can't. do it.
Really
I try.
is.
Guys, can I
Breathing that
just
doesn't happen.
can I suggest trying Lose Yourself?
I've always wanted to try that song. I'm not gonna lie.
I've tried it and I failed.
Because you have to know when to breathe. Honestly, for Ice Ice Baby, you have to know when to breathe.
Ice Ice
for-
Baby, I can do. You Lose Yourself, I cannot.
Or here's something like not rap, but conga, you have to know when to breathe at that
Song
point
conga?
when she does the chorus 2 times back to back with no time to breathe.
I mean, I could probably pull off like Misery Business, but that's like sing rapping. It's not
Misery business.
Nana,
by
talk to us
Paramore.
about misery
That's
business.
Nana sings that.
Nana nails that song.
Sorry, I was sending an email.
We were complimenting you, and you weren't
We
listening.
were
Look at
saying
you.
misery business.
Misery Business, one of your best songs.
Oh, I have
That's the
not
one
done misery
that-
business in
oh.
years.
That's the one that sounds just like that Olivia Rodrigo song. Well, the Olivia Rodrigo sounds
Just
song.
like
Right.
her. Oh,
Depending on, I don't know who Olivia Rodrigo is.
that one. It was never my intention to brag,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? So the Olivia Rodrigo song sounds just like that. And then I downloaded the album because I do like a couple of songs, but my kids love her. And then I'm listening to each of her songs and I'm like, holy shit, this song is exactly like What's Her Face's song 20 years ago. And this song is just like that song 20 years ago. This one's a Paramore song. And I'm like,
You
it's
can
not
tell who she was influenced by.
influence copying.
You don't think she listened to her a lot
Copying.
when she was a kid?
I mean, she may have
You can
sampled
tell
it
who she
and
was copying.
She was a
yeah,
kid.
she may have sampled it and given her credit as well.
She's 16 years old. She changed two little like things in there where it sounds exactly like the song. Like,
Did she
listen,
sample it?
I mean, I don't think she put sample credits or anything in there,
Well,
but like,
let's look.
She might have given her songwriting credit.
I
look it
don't have
up.
anything against it because I'd rather listen to teen angsty shit than some of the crappy like other stuff that's out there right now because I have kids. So like, I have to hear everything that they're listening to. And plus, I'll listen to Olivia Rodrigo all day rather than have my kids listen to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, which I respect as artists, but like, be a
It's
little
not
fucking
necessarily in your
tongue-in-cheek.
house.
Be like tongue in cheek. No, I'll listen to them low key, like without my kids around, like full on version, but like be tongue in cheek. Like back in the day when you used to talk about like, stuff like you'd be like, oh, let's get all twisted in the sheets and blah, blah. She's just like describing word for word, like what the dude is doing to her.
I mean,
like,
but guys do
But
that in
back
all of their music. So
Back in the day, there's a
Today's
song
Indian.
that literally
Not any
starts
better.
with, I wonder if she can tell I'm hard right now. And then
What
they
song
just
is
start
that?
singing the song like they didn't just say that.
What song was
You know what's
that?
funny? We sang that and
Too
didn't.
Close by Next.
Next.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, you will know the song if you heard it for sure.
You'll know the song.
Okay,
No,
so
they-
like my point being like me singing like a virgin, which was really wrong, but I was like an immigrant child and that's how I learned English. And my parents didn't know any better. I'm singing Push It and my parents don't know what the hell that means. My kids singing these songs that I feel like are more straightforward. They're not.
Oh, they don't hide it anymore. Yeah.
Oh no, they
not
don't.
tongue-in-cheek. Like, listen, Motley Crue was talking about whatever, and so were other people, but like they would like disguise it a little bit.
They
Like they would,
disguised it. There was
one
a little bit of
metaphor.
poetry to it. It was yeah. 100%.
well,
They're not
I
like
remember there were a lot of
artistic.
artists that didn't, like especially back in the 90s,
Yeah.
but they weren't top 40. They existed though.
Right. They existed,
Yeah,
but they
Two
weren't on
Live
the radio.
Crew, listen,
Yeah,
I have an older brother. He listened to Two Live Crew, but that shit was nowhere near the radio.
right.
That was like Backstreet, like nobody had that on the radio. Now they're playing like all the filthy crap on the radio.
Yeah, it was Ariana Grande's song, 34 plus 35.
Yeah, my daughter asked.
My son was 11. He's like, why is she singing about 69? I'm like,
You
Like,
figured
okay.
it out real quick.
fucking ad, good. Like,
At least you know he knows his math.
yeah,
But
there
didn't
was
she-
no
didn't
getting
she-
out of that one. It was like,
Right.
it's a sex thing. No, the answer, it's a sex thing. You want to talk about it? He was like, no.
Speaking of Ariana Grande, like and like I guess copyright infringement almost. My daughter listens to her and I was listening to like her song and I was like, this is a few of my favorite things from Sound
She
of
gave him
Music.
songwriting
Yeah.
credit for that.
Did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I would hope so because
That was so
God
obvious.
damn, that was just
Well,
straight
yeah, of
up the
course.
same exact song.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she gave him songwriting credit for that song. So he gets royalties from it.
Good.
I love that. I don't know. I can't.
No,
I was
that's
like,
pretty bad. It's blatant now. It's
I
not
would-
even like
it's
Yeah.
there's no hidden, like at least make it an innuendo. So
There's,
like
there's no innuendos, there's no creativity. Like it's just
I don't know. I was going back and listening to Britney, like like her, even just her album like Blackout and whatnot, and like I don't know. Even then, it wasn't like hidden, and I don't think it was. I don't even think it was bad or anything. It just I don't know. I think it's been
No,
might
it's
have-
it's
might
not
not
like
have
a
been hidden,
recent
but like
thing,
it wasn't.
It's not.
It wasn't overtly like.
yes.
No,
sexualized,
I don't
Suazo.
know.
It-
If you listen to
It
some of
is.
the songs, they
Yeah.
were
What
pretty
happened-
over. Some of the samples are just her moaning. You know what I mean? Like
the
it's not-
Britney
I don't
Britney
think
song.
it really
if-
was that hidden at that point. You know,
At
I
that
it's
point,
not
it
like in the
wasn't.
last 5 years. I think it's even beyond the last 5 years that that the sexuality has been more over. Like it's not.
Agree.
I don't think it's really a recent development. I think maybe people are less apologetic about it, but I don't know. I don't necessarily think it's
way worse.
any more or less open.
No, I agree. Like the Britney
Yeah,
song.
I
If you seek Amy, I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's people are less apologetic about it,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's any more open. It's been open for a while.
And then
Those-
even like adding on to that, like even in the 90s when they were bleeping stuff out, they bleeped it with the moans and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Well, but then you have to like consider the other side of it is that if they don't do that, then they're technically self-censoring. But I mean, they can't control how popular their music is. So
Yeah.
I mean, the people you really want to blame are the radio DJs that are actually playing it, not necessarily the artists who are creating it in the first place, because they wouldn't be an artist if they didn't create it. But it's the
That's not-
radio DJs that continue to play it.
But it's not due to popularity. It's due to pressure from record labels and for them paying them to play it. It's pay to play, not because
Yeah, you know how many
it's
times I've heard songs
song.
and albums that
Cardi
are
B's
like,
flop is not fucking Stairway to Heaven. Okay, let's not
Right.
get that.
I mean, I also would not
It's
argue that
not
popular
our-
music is necessarily complex these days.
like you know,
No,
right?
No.
You know how many times
Howard
I've listened to
Wayne,
albums
not
and
that
like
thing.
the
It's like,
songs that they have as singles are not as good as the other ones that are not singles. I'm like, play this song instead of the other song that they're
Yeah,
playing all day. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Well,
Yeah.
also I've heard that the kind of cycle of making records or albums is not really the standard, or it's becoming less of a standard now. People are just releasing a song or two songs at a time, and because of the streaming platform, so they can just release songs as they create them rather than having a whole album that they release.
Look at
So
Silk
I mean, even
Sonic.
the structure of things is changing.
I didn't think
Look at
about
Silk
that, but
Sonic.
anyway.
They came up with a song back in March. It's still number 7 today. They just released a second single a few days ago. We were waiting for this album to come out since March, and it's not out yet. But they're still like, they're just dangling the string in front of us, because we're gonna keep going. Like, it's phenomenal though. By the
They
way,
probably
Well,
haven't
how
written the whole
long did
album yet.
Guns N' Roses go before they put out their frickin' whatever fucking album?
It's Chinese
20,
democracy.
30 years? Yeah, like
Put out, like,
25
song.
years?
Another
Oh.
song.
if you don't
Did
know
you say
who Silk-
35 years?
They waited
20,
a-
25 years. Yeah.
Years,
Holy
yeah.
crap.
Yeah. They went forever.
They put out a song here and there, but they didn't put out the album for 20 years. Yeah.
Oh,
if you don't know who Silk Sonic is, it's
maybe
and-
they have writer's block.
it's
Silk
Anderson
Sonic?
.Paak, Silk Sonic, Anderson .Paak, and Bruno Mars.
Oh, okay.
I just wish like I'd rather listen to poppy whatever music than like everybody just like I said, spoken word porno. That's all Cardi B and Megan Thee thing. That's what it is. She described like it was as if she had a transcript from Pornhub, and that's what she was like. She put music behind it, and that's what she's saying. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Mazel tov, enjoy that. But like, I don't know, like you can't even like disguise those lyrics,
No, but people listen to it.
It's the pervasiveness rather than the content that is troubling. That's, I wouldn't say troubling. It's just the pervasiveness is hard to fight or
Yeah.
battle
Sexualize
against.
our children, and it sucks, and that's a completely different conversation. But it's like it's not that creative either.
Not really.
No.
No, anyone can talk sex.
I mean,
It's not.
whenever
creative
I
at all.
hear a song like that,
Good
I
or
have to
bad?
think someone actually had to sit in a music studio and discuss this with the songwriter and say, this is what I want to say. And then they have to like do multiple takes of this song. They're like, no, I didn't really like that. Like, let's do it this way instead. They had to like actually go through that process to make this song, which kind of makes me laugh.
Now, for those of us that are not in our 20s and early 30s. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you
Yeah, that
and
was like-
me.
But that was like having
We
the
know that
talk.
song.
That was informational.
Yeah, that was about
like-
having the talk.
That was helpful.
Yeah.
Simple. It was clinical.
Guys,
It was like going
that
down
wasn't
the-
Back in the
educational song.
day, Baby Got Back was scandalous on MTV.
I didn't listen to
I had
that
that
video-
entire song memorized as an elementary school student. Just saying.
That video was
My parents were horrified
people, yeah.
because I didn't know what it
And-
meant.
Well, no, but now that video is
Nothing.
so
How
PG.
times have changed.
It
Oh
ain't
my
nothing.
God, Becky, look at her butt. Now we're looking at Becky's butt. What the fuck is going on right now? Like, damn.
Becky with the good hair. Hey. Yeah. It's
so
Yeah.
bad. I mean, I don't know. It just, I want to hear some good music, at least a good beat, at least like dull the words so that I don't know what you're saying for a while.
Silk Sonic. They're good. It's only
That's
two
why I
check it out.
delve into the
only two
recesses
songs,
of
but
Spotify
they're
to stuff
good.
to find stuff I actually like.
I'm too
Yeah,
lazy
Has-
for that.
I do
Send
the
me
same
stuff.
thing.
I
Has-
got you.
Because,
I mean,
got you.
I can't knock artists for being artists. It's just I'm gonna make the choice not to listen to them, and that's it.
Times have changed, to be honest. It's just
Yeah.
I listen to
Yeah.
old shit all the time because I can't deal with the new stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right
Or I
on,
feel
bro.
like all the new stuff sounds the same.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
right, agreed.
not
Yes,
interesting.
Amanda.
Someone's being sampled all the time. Or
Yeah.
stolen.
I mean,
can I make a recommendation?
Sure.
Sure.
Listen to Yeba. Yebba.
Put it in the
Yeah,
chat.
put it in the chat.
Yeba.
Listen,
Listen to Yeba.
I'll put it in the comments of the video when I post it.
She actually has a Grammy for doing a song with somebody that
Suazo,
was
put yours in the chat, too.
phenomenal.
Yeah, but
She
it's one person.
just one person. So her given name is Abby Smith. Her mom called her Yeba, Abby backwards. So Abbeyebba.
Yeah, but Very
Mom passed away from suicide. There is one particular song that will break your fucking heart.
well, I don't listen to music.
definitely don't need to hear that.
No, but it's so good that it's okay. But she is a phenomenal vocalist.
Put it in the chat so we can all.
I
I'll
put
it in-
a link to a Spotify playlist in the chat. It's someone recently introduced me to it. It's called Sparrow Sleeps, and they do lullaby versions of like emo rock songs from like
Oh my God.
Paramore to Ocean Avenue to My Chemical Romance. It's all like lullaby versions of their songs with and no
Evanescence?
no I haven't heard an Evanescence song, but it's like it's just xylophones. They don't have any vocalists in them, and they're really great. Actually, I really like them.
All right.
I'm a big fan of music without lyrics, because lyrics sometimes piss me off as how bad it's written.
Yep.
So I listened to a band that I found a couple years back called Magic Sword, and they're very like ominous retro synth sounding band. So
I tried to listen to a lot of instrumental, like I found one similar to the idea you're talking about, where I don't even want to listen to lyrics half the time. I just want to hear the music. And I found like some rock violin artists, and they were really good, fun to listen.
Yeah, I've got a lot of instrumental stuff if you want recommendations.
Definitely. I
Um,
always want to, because when I'm listening to when I'm just hanging out listening to music, I don't want to sing a song in my head. Sometimes I just want to listen to music and work on something, and I can't do it if there's words. I'll always try to sing the song in my head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next question. Woo, we have questions in this show. All right. I don't care who, because we probably have like one or two depending on how long we
Wait,
talk about it.
like, how many numbers have been chosen?
I don't actually know. I think only like 4, 5.
I chose who's chosen so far. I've chosen.
Who picked a number already? Riggy and Addy picked one.
203.
203. Let's do this. All right, 203. Yeah, we got like one or two more depending how long we talk. So 203.
Yeah.
Would you rather live in virtual reality where you are all powerful or live in the real world and not be able to go anywhere? Wait, sorry, let me do that again. Would you
Yeah,
rather live
perfect.
in virtual reality where you are all powerful or live in the real world and be able to go anywhere but not be able to interact with anyone or anything?
Oh, weird.
Oh, virtual
God,
reality.
that's
Yeah.
a terrible. What?
Do I have
Virtual
to
reality.
Gotta be the
I just
VR.
Virtual
wanna
reality
get-
for sure. Like, I need to
You
interact
would-
with people.
You'd have
Yeah.
to be a hermit.
Yeah, what's the point of living if you don't actually get to interact with anyone or anything?
Agreed.
At that,
Yeah,
at that
I
point,
don't like people.
I mean, at that point, you'd also
Amanda
die of
doesn't like
starvation
people.
if
Amanda,
you
you
can't
haven't- you're
interact
gonna-
with
you
food
have
or
a
water.
commitment
You can
now.
no, you. Oh, okay. You're right. You can interact with food. That's stupid. You can interact with the
If
bathroom.
you can't drink water,
can
you'll be
interact with
dead in
food.
3 days.
You can interact with food and water and toilets. Like, I don't know.
This is interesting because everybody, hypothetically, if you choose the real world, everybody else would be on their little visor things, watching, being all powerful.
I mean, also, if you're stuck in virtual reality, you'll also die because you'd still have to come back to reality to interact with stuff.
It's
Let's just
it's
say
kind of a
that you-
busted question.
It's
are
a
we going on
busted.
the assumption that like if you're in the reality, you can still eat food? and
Yes, you
it's
can
not-
still
if you're in
survive.
VR,
You're
you can still
being,
have, like,
you've got
IV
IVs.
nutrients or
Survival is
something,
still a
like,
thing in
that
both
Is it like
cases.
Wow.
Matrix style virtual reality? Because
That's
that's
kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Sounds like it. Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I'll be Neo. We're good.
Well, you know, I'll say like, okay, if you're in the real world and you can interact with food enough to eat, but I'm gonna go ahead and say maybe like what? Can you not taste anything? Because that sounds pretty not fun, right? Like,
I think you can
cool.
taste things. So you know what? You're eating. You're going to the bathroom. You're just not interacting with people. Let's just do that.
Or is there no need for you to do any of that?
Right. I
Are
feel
you
like
are you
is.
somehow able to just like exist as a ghost or something?
That means you're
Yeah.
immortal or something. And
Like,
you're-
What if you're brain dead? It doesn't fucking matter, right?
There's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot of subtext here. Because like if
Right.
I'm
I mean,
in a-
how would you become brain dead? How would this situation happen?
I don't know.
I got into a car accident. My
These are
head hit the
hypothetical
fucking
questions. I don't know if you guys know
dashboard
that.
But
really
if you can't
hard.
interact
I'm-
with anything, you can't get into a car accident.
I'll-
No, before that's how I got into this position.
Oh.
Right.
I'll hardline it. I'll hardline and say that that based on what was said, I gotta go with VR. Cause like let's say I'm in the real world and I can still like taste food and I can do all the fun things. I feel like what's the point? Like I could have the best burger in the world, but like who am I gonna tell? Right? Like who am I gonna actually like be like,
Right.
oh my god, I had this wonderful experience with. And so at that point, I'd almost rather forego it so I could at least have mediocre experiences and at least talk to people about it. And
You at
to
least
be
tell
fair,
people.
I'm an extrovert, so to be fair, I would rather interact with people than do anything on my own. So I admit that up front.
But
Don't even
we
like
also
the
need to make sure that other people are going to be in the virtual reality with us.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That is a
To
fair.
make
You're
it
alone in
bearable.
virtual reality. You're all powerful and all knowing and everything. Yeah, you're
It's
not
you
alone.
and your least favorite person ever.
Ooh.
Oh, I gotta go with real
Yeah.
life. Leave them stranded in VR. You know, just let them hang on
Right.
their
Chef,
own.
I would
changed
put
the
them in a
question, I'm
space
sorry.
capsule within VR and launch them into space and
I
just
don't
let
want to
them
start naming
float.
names, but
I know who you might be thinking.
That's a really good point. If there's other people, if it's a social experience in VR, then I want to do it. But if it's just me and I'm all powerful, like I don't know, I can.
If
do
it's like a
anything I
Ready
want.
Player One situation, I'm okay.
Yeah, that's a good
Right.
way of putting it. I like
Right.
that. Yeah,
But I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that at the end of the day, the person who's going to have all power would be the person in the real life because they could unplug your ass.
ooh, right.
But
Art
That would
online
only
stuff.
work if you were in the same location.
Yeah.
Because if you can't interact with anything, you'd actually have
I'm
to
s-
walk there, which is unlikely if you're on different continents.
I'm sorry. Who says we're not?
All in the same room, just chained to a wire. Like right in the back of your head.
That's
I'm
more
on
of a
bed, you're
sociological
plugged
experiment.
into a wall.
Wasn't that the
No,
Matrix?
that's like
Spoilers.
Passengers. That is the movie Passengers. That's what that
Passengers?
is.
I haven't seen that.
It is like, are you ever gonna watch it, or do you mind if I spoil
Yes,
it?
spoilers.
Okay, spoilers. Well,
He's not gonna watch shit.
Passengers is about all these people who are on this spaceship on their way to a different planet to like colonize a new planet.
Still
And
telling.
this guy wakes up 80 years before they're supposed to get there because his pod malfunctions or something. And so he's left with this debate of, do I wake someone else up or not?
Is this
And
Okay,
that
maybe
kid-
we-
Matthew
Jennifer
McConaughey in
Lawrence
this movie.
No, this is
Oh.
Jennifer Lawrence and Chris
thing? Yeah, the
Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he wakes up the hottest chick on the whole freaking planet, Jennifer
Yeah.
Lawrence. And now she's mad at him the whole time. Oh, that movie was so god awful.
Oh,
was
it's not a good movie at all.
So
I'm
bad.
just saying that's what the premise of it is.
What movie again?
It's
What's the
like a
name of the
bad
movie?
concept.
like-
Yeah.
Bad movie, but super relevant.
What is the name of the movie again?
Passengers. I
Passenger.
mean, the spaceship is really pretty. So if you want to,
Well,
look at
yay.
a nice, pretty spaceship, you can watch it.
Yeah, but like,
Uh.
does anybody really want to be woken up for sex? Not really. I'd rather
Depends
sleep.
on who's waking me up. Chris Pratt probably no.
Chris, what's that other Chris? The hot one.
There
The
are like 6 of them.
Yeah,
I
there's
feel
a lot
like
of Chris's.
all of the
Hemsworth?
other Chris's
Hemsworth?
are more attractive Chris's.
There's
So
a
I
Hemsworth,
think
there's a
Yes.
Pine, there's
Hey,
a there's all kinds of-
Chris Hemsworth.
Hi, I think Pine was Captain Kirk.
Yes.
Evans was Captain America.
Evan.
all captains
Yeah.
at this-
I manifest him. I'm manifesting my next husband. And the funny thing about that is that my daughter called me on FaceTime one day when she was at her dad's and she's like, Mom, I'm watching Captain America. And she's like, oh my God, he's so hot. And I was like, Bella, stop talking about your future stepdad like that. It's weird.
So I thought you meant Hemsworth, but I guess you can go with either one.
I'll
No,
take a
no, no.
Hemsworth. That's
I'm
okay.
Oh, yeah.
1,000%.
Oh,
I
the
will,
Chris's are
I will,
spoken
I will accept a Hemsworth.
for. I'll accept a Hemsworth.
So
One of
Evan
them.
is a
There's 3 of them.
Boston
Well,
guy.
Chris
There's 3 of
Hemsworth is
them.
married with a kid, so I'll like let
There's
him.
3 of them.
Evans.
I'll leave him alone.
Evan.
There's 3 Hemsworth brothers, by the way.
There's
So
3
Highest,
Hemsworth
so
brothers,
There's
right.
3. I thought there was
Evans-
only 2.
No, there are 3.
There are 3.
There's
There's
definitely
a
3.
One of them's a
There's a
Well,
smaller.
I don't want
third-
Liam.
Well, there's
There's-
Liam, there's
there's
Chris,
a
and there's a
third-
third one after that.
I'm
Right.
gonna look
that
it up.
there
Yes.
is a third one.
Yeah, he was also
he
in
is
Thor.
also very handsome.
I'll
They
take the
look,
chunk.
they all look the same.
There.
All the Hemsworths.
Luke Hemsworth. Okay.
Yes, there is another. There he is.
So
Luke,
so
yes.
Highest, so you're Luke.
He's been in other. Okay, yeah,
Delete-
he's been in other stuff, but I never associated him.
Dare you with my
Yep.
Luke?
your guy. He is from this area, like
Chris
Sudbury.
Evans.
Evans. Yes,
Evans,
I know.
yeah.
And I like Boston guys. I don't know why.
So here's the great thing. My sister's husband has been Captain America for Halloween with a costume and
Uh-huh.
has a full fucking costume. And they went basically to the same one of the schools, elementary, high school, something.
Did the moms go crazy?
So wait for it.
Sorry.
So like pre-COVID, shortly before pre-COVID, Derek and Trish were out for dinner and Chris Evans was out at the same place
The name.
and Derek got a picture with him.
That's awesome. What was the name of the restaurant? I will be going there every time I come.
The name of the restaurant is Captain America's.
Captain America.
Oh, and Jennifer Lawrence
Um,
lives in Boston somewhere.
Live?
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence
Like-
lives in Boston.
Like live.
Yeah.
Like Chris Evans
Oh.
is from Sudbury.
Oh no, she has a house, I think, in Back Bay somewhere.
So like,
Really?
you have to manifest the guy that you want. So like, I picture him because he seems like a guy who doesn't take himself like too seriously, but he's got a sick body. And if you I typically don't date guys with good bodies. No offense, guys I've dated. But
We're all watching
Right.
this show right now. All of them are watching the show.
before my mom died, she said, no more fat guys. And now I have to listen because it was like her parting words to me. No more fat guys. So Chris Evans, it's you or nothing.
He's not the only man in the world that is in shape.
I know I'm body type.
And that is why you would rather live in virtual reality where you can create your own
Yes, thank
Chris
you.
Evans.
I
And
just feel like I don't know why we're limiting ourselves to just the one man.
we're not, but that's the
No,
one.
No. He's
No,
just
that's
like
just
the
Chaya.
prototype.
Yeah.
He's just the
A
prototype.
prototype.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
the prototype. Like,
I was gonna say, let's make you an army. That way, if you get sick of one, boop, you can get another one.
You know, for a question no one liked, we're still talking about it for a long time.
I don't even know what the question was.
Yeah, what was the question?
Yeah, well,
It
I thought we were
doesn't.
just chatting.
It doesn't matter. We're going on to the last one.
Next one.
Someone throw out a number that has not picked a number yet.
69. Because Eddie's not here.
Of course,
man.
Yeah, why is he not here?
Come on inside.
he's got things going on.
Okay, all right.
6'9".
Hamish, I don't have time for you to hawk up the lungs. Come on.
All right, here we go. Last question, number 69, and then we'll do the bonus question that Amanda's going to run. Right?
Well, I do have my Excel spreadsheet.
Weren't we doing a speed round? Weren't we going to do a speed round for the bonus?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
We can absolutely.
But
do
not
that.
yet. But not yet. We got one more question, and then we're going to do that. Okay, 69. If you could choose an age to stay that age forever, what would you pick and why?
31.
23.
31, 23.
What I
Twenty-
And why was the second half of that question?
Because it is old enough that people respect you as a person and as an adult, but young enough that you're not considered an old adult yet.
Ouch.
Damn.
No, but I mean, like, you get what I mean?
Ouch.
Well,
That's some
also
bullshit.
you're
That's
young
some
enough that your
bullshit
body
right
has
there.
not
I
started
wouldn't
to
go
like
that
break
high.
down in pain yet, so you
That
can still
hurt
like
more than this
climb
tattoo
mountains
did.
and stuff.
Okay, what age did you pick? Because my body's already doing that, and I'm 29.
Well, you're an anomaly.
I was gonna say late 20s. I think late 20s is exactly how that's described. Like, and to be fair, maybe I'm less concerned with the people taking me seriously kind of thing. Like, I'm okay if necessarily people don't. I'm more on the other side of things. But I feel like late 20s, like enough that you've got established career, you've got hopefully, you know, some kind of ability to sustain yourself and kind of do the things you like, but like definitely all the physical and mental freedom in the world to kind of go do it.
I
So
used
agree
to
with
think that age was 28, but I still got treated like a child when I was 28, and I decided that 31 is better. But also, it may have been because I looked like a child, since I don't really
I was
age
gonna say the
much.
same thing because I look like a child sometimes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Is
I
there
get
And
anything
I'm like
specific that got in the way?
43, but I'm not a child.
Is there
So
anything specifically that got in the way of though? I just, if I can ask, like, is there anything specifically where like, oh, I want to do X, but like 28 sucked, but 31 was better? Like, I'm trying to like kind of figure out on what end of the 30.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was for me, it was mainly I didn't get, even though I had a master's degree in my job,
Mhm.
my boss didn't take me seriously because I was the one that said it and not someone else, and I got
Okay.
really pissed off about it.
No, that is a fantastic reason to be upset. So that makes sense.
Was it a male boss or a female boss?
a male boss.
Oh, it was the most sexist place I've ever worked, and I will not be sad if it burned to the ground. But still,
You'll have nothing to do with it when it does.
yes, yeah, I will
Okay.
not be sad. But
No,
still,
that
like,
makes sense.
it was an unpleasant and unnecessary situation because he should have taken me seriously because I had a fucking master's degree in whatever I was telling him. So
How old are you?
31.
Oh, okay.
So now it's
Now.
Now.
stop aging now. I'm gonna stop aging now. Yeah.
Yep.
Last trick of the evening.
All right.
So I would say
Can I-
23 because at 23 I had huge freaking cojones, and I would and for a lot of
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say something else, but all right.
Suazo!
What?
What?
Jose!
What?
What? I didn't like. He's not
I didn't
wrong.
say
That's-
anything.
like
honestly, I just
I'm
think
just playing.
20,
All right, go ahead.
he's not wrong. That's what he was thinking. He's not lying. Yeah.
yeah. What did he say? I didn't really hear him.
He didn't actually say anything, but he
I didn't really
said
say
that.
anything. Go ahead.
He
Okay.
thought you were gonna say is what he said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I just had like nothing tying me down, and like so much. I wish I could go back to doing back then, like I had an around the world trip like planned in my head. Now that kind of thing, this day and age, it's a lot more doable. So like I would have done so much different, and I don't know. It's not. I know it's not like a would you go back in time kind of question, but like I think 23, you could like conquer the world. Like you don't give a shit. You just fucking go out there and you plow through it, and you get it done.
Plow.
We're getting plowed again. There we go.
Plowing. And I think 23 is such a great age. Like I honestly, I've been as assertive back then as I am now. Like I've just always been the same amount of assertiveness. I feel like because of my age, and I'm 42, women are not appreciated when they're assertive. I feel like this generation, the younger generation, like the 31-year-olds, like you guys, the women are making such a breakthrough for us assertive women. Like we're more now. So it's like more appreciated now. So like, I think I could like accomplish a lot more, but 23.
23.
Stay
That
up
seems,
all night.
yeah, that seems young.
Like just stay up all night and not need a lot of sleep and not need a lot of food and fucking burn calories, and it was the best. Yeah. The good old days.
Can I pick
Chaya,
one?
Chaya, will you tell the story about your Northeastern job in New York City?
No.
Okay.
Good night.
Wow. All right.
Well, damn.
Who else? What ages? What age do you want to stay forever? I don't disagree with like
when you mean
what Megan said. I was thinking 35.
Forever, do you mean like knowing what we know now and going back to that age? Because like,
No, you don't know anything different than you did at that age.
yeah, I don't like that part of it. You know, like so that's why like I would go younger if it was like everything I know now. Go back to a certain age, I would say like 27. But like,
No, you don't know anything different than you did then.
I want to say.
But then you would stop aging, and so you would go back to where you are now.
You would stop aging. Eventually, you would still gain knowledge. You just age wouldn't change.
Yeah.
So
You're telling me I can't just go grab my like 20-year-old body and put it with my 29-year-old brain?
No, you just have to pick an age to stay at is what the question
You
is.
just have to age into that brain.
Correct.
Now, another
Mentally.
question. Another question. You stay that 20-year-old or 20 whatever quote unquote body. Do you learn the same things that you may have learned now, or
I would think you eventually learn things. You still exist.
Or may it be different because you stay looking like a fucking 20-year-old?
I don't think
Not
so.
looking like a 20-year-old.
It's gonna be
about
different.
not having
Well, you're
so
still
many
gonna learn. I still know
You'd get treated differently by other people.
Yeah.
Right. You're still gonna learn. You're just gonna learn different things in different ways.
But
Yes.
that's a great question. Are you going to learn this? Like me here thinking about then, I'm not going to learn the same things I did on the same path I did. So it's almost like, correct me if I'm wrong, it's almost like a risk, right? Like, oh, I could go back, but like, am I really going to make the same learnings?
Well, you're technically not going back. It's if you stayed in age forever, you never passed it. So you're not going back now. It's if you had never aged past a certain age, is what the question said.
Oh, so I didn't. So no, I don't even know what I know now. I just go back to that age.
You just go back to that age and you stay at that age forever. And I would think over time you're gonna learn shit because you're gonna exist. But
sure,
yeah, I'm just making shit up as I go along now. So I don't know. You can do the same. There's no rules.
Jeff.
I mean, I think that's what most people do.
Yeah. Yes, Chaya.
I have like a really fun, I know like we pick questions like 1 through 4 or something, whatever.
Yeah, we don't have to though.
I have like a really fun question to ask the group. Can I ask it?
Sure.
And feel free to shoot me down.
Nope, just ask it. We don't do that here. We allow
Pew,
everything.
pew, pew, pew.
This is now the
Only
last
shoot
question
people
though,
down.
prior to the bonus question.
Okay, if you could be a contestant on any game show of all time, like any game show that ever
Jeopardy!
Okay, let her finish the question.
Be a contestant on.
Jeopardy. I don't have to.
That was the question. Yeah. Jeopardy, huh?
Jeopardy.
While I love the Jeopardy answer, I want to say Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
Only because even if you come in second or third, you get to keep all the money that you win, as opposed to Jeopardy, when you come in third. If you won 20,000 and that was third place, you get $1,000.
It's
Fuck
bullshit.
that.
Wait, where do I get to keep everything I've earned?
Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune, you get to keep all the money you earn.
Good to
And-
know. Thank you.
Right.
But if you're negative, do you have to pay them?
No.
No.
Don't
Well,
pay.
that's not fair then.
And why are you like
Price is Right. That's what I choose.
Yeah, I don't like the
Price
Price
is
is
Right
Right
is a
because
good
I don't
one.
know.
You have to be extremely energetic to be on the prices, right?
Plinko, man.
I don't know any of the
$1.
fucking prices ever.
I
I'm
filled
always
out on-
wrong.
$1.
What?
$1.
99 cents.
Here. I know I am. I filled out the application
Look at that.
on the show. I was like, I would cheer really loud and clap and jump up and down for everyone. Which, like, if you know me, that's kind of bullshit. But anyway, I'm gonna be on that show. And I fucking win both showcases because I like DVR it and I study the prices. I'm gonna start going to CVS and looking at the prices at everything. I'm getting on that show.
Are you actually going to try to do it?
Oh, I filled out the application. Oh yeah.
For Price is
you're-
Right.
That's the part I missed. Okay.
Yeah, you have to be like, they pick you out of the crowd based on certain criteria.
Like looking stupid, bouncing
Yeah.
up and down a lot, and just like
Well, see, if I'm given a free place on that show, then I'd be on there, but I would be the most boring contestant ever.
No, I have Googled this previously. I know the answer is no, it's like, so oh my God, in 2004, late 2004, early 2005, I went to Harris Casino in Escondido, California, and tried out for Jeopardy.
woohoo.
Oh, yeah.
How far would you get?
It was a massive casting call. So they had like the line to answer the questions, and they had a different line to do the like on the spot people and all this stuff. I got 7 out of 10 questions correct.
Nice.
Wow.
I did not make it to the next round. They were looking for 9 out of 10. And these questions were
9 out of 10. Jesus.
I've heard it's really hard
crazy.
to get on Jeopardy.
It's really hard to get on.
fucking hard. And from the time I first saw Jeopardy, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do elementary. I'm going to do, junior high. I'm going to do high school. I'm going to do college. All this shit. And I tried out and listen, I got 7 out of 10. That's fucking awesome.
That's great.
you
7
can
out of
take
10 on that show.
That's fucking awesome.
Online
But-
test anytime.
But so that night, like I devastated. Like I said, like the 1 or 2 people that made it to the next round, which didn't guarantee that you got on the show. You just made it to the next round of questioning.
Right.
Got 9 out of 10. Went home that night. I was living in San Diego. Well, San Diego, basically. And my roommate went out that night and she's such an asshole. I love it. She was telling people, she's like, yeah, my roommate, she went today and tried out for Jeopardy. She lost at Jeopardy, baby. I'm like, you're a fucking asshole. I hate you.
Yep.
Yeah, she was singing that song to people after I did not pass with 7 out of 10 fucking Jeopardy questions.
7 out of
Now,
10.
mind you, the on the spot people were asking the easiest fucking questions you've ever heard. What's 2 plus 2? Oh,
What? Come on.
I'm like,
That's crazy.
I want those questions. It was
I might
devastating.
change my answer to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Actually.
That's a
Yeah,
fun show.
Megan, I'm calling you.
Mine is double dare.
Oh, I
wanna
forgot
be
about
on
that one.
Double
Yeah.
Dare.
That was the best show ever.
Wait, what's the one that
Apparently
Wayne
the-
Brady is doing now?
Oh, I thought he was doing Price is
He
Right.
was,
Or no.
no, Wayne Brady. So he
Jeopardy?
was doing one from
No.
a million years ago.
Yes, the one where you
Um,
have to have like a rubber duck in your purse or something, or
Yeah.
yeah, the fucking
Megan's gonna have it in a second.
Yeah, give me a second.
this doesn't work anymore. It's past
Uh,
off on a fun.
No one's going on anything fun like the floor is lava.
Oh,
See,
or
I was literally
Supermarket
thinking,
sleep.
I really want to do. I was thinking about this because I don't watch a lot of like Jeopardy or Price is Right or anything, and I was thinking about it, and I was gonna say Wipeout. I really want to do Wipeout because best case scenario, I'm way cooler than I think. Worst case scenario, I'm like incredible. Like I'm way cooler than I think.
Worst case scenario, I end up in the hospital for
That's
No,
so
worst case scenario,
Yeah.
I'm way funnier than I think. Like I get to watch my own tape of me like smashing into the red ball and like
doing the
bouncing
bouncy
off.
balls.
yeah.
Like,
See,
yeah,
that's
like-
the problem. I don't want to fucking fall. I don't want to bounce
All-
off the big balls like 6 times.
See, but
See,
that's, I
I
have no.
I
fear.
think I could
I
make
would
it
hurt
across the
myself.
big balls. It was getting to the
Big
big
ball.
balls
Big
and
ball.
after the back after.
This
And
is
then the
great.
fucking
This is
punchy
great
thing that
material.
knocks you off the thing. It knocks you off the. You're like going across, and a big fist fucking comes out. And
I
think
have
that's
seen
so funny,
and
Like, there's nothing more that I want to do than repost a GIF of me getting like, and maybe
Smacked in the
maybe
face
clip
with a
this
big
of me
ball.
getting smashed by a red fist, like coming along and like pushing me off.
I mean, it is funny.
You know,
plowed
like,
by a fist.
plowed by a fist. Just
Plowed by a fist. Now we're fisting.
We call a callback, folks.
what was the like approximate year of the Wayne Brady show you were talking about?
Just a couple of years ago. So it
Let's
was,
make a
but
deal.
it's an
Let's make a
old
deal.
show. Let's make a deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like you'd come dressed as a costume. It wasn't him originally. It was some other dude. And then like,
Yes, for like
do you have 2 mints in your purse? If you have 2
sixes.
mints in your purse, I'll give you $500. Now, would you like to trade that $500 for what's in prize number 1 or curtain number
Never.
2? Want to take the mystery box? Like it was awesome, but I would never go on that show. Wheel of Fortune or The Price is Right all the way.
I want Family Feud.
That's a good one.
Family Feud is
Yeah,
good.
that'd be okay.
That
Yeah,
might
I've
be
been-
fun.
I've been
Yeah.
watching. My TV's on mute, and they've had all these game shows on tonight on ABC, the celebrity stuff. So they literally had Family Feud earlier at 8 o'clock when we started, and now they have on a show called The Chase where they're like doing trivia questions against like Jeopardy legends and shit like that.
Oh,
Really
Is
funny.
that a BBC show?
It's on ABC. It's called The Chase.
So
It's just pretty cool.
yeah, so the BBC has
Has
like
a
a
version of The
similar
Chase?
thing, like probably the original.
Yeah, you know how we steal everything.
or
Yeah.
one of the European shows. But it's like regular people up
Mhm.
against experts in
Yep.
something, and they
Yep.
have
So we stole
50
it. All right.
they have a minute to answer however
Yep.
many questions.
Yep.
And if you answer, you go. If you
Yep.
if you don't answer, you go to the next question. Like it's this.
It's pretty cool. I watched it
I-
before, last summer when they first aired it. I'm like, all right, not a bad concept. And then, but I just have it on mute because it's in the background and I'm watching it and looking at the questions. And I'm like, oh, I think I know that one.
I know that answer.
Or are you smarter than a 5th grader?
Ooh.
That
not.
show
That's a
is
good one.
demoralizing to some people.
No.
Not
I
today.
could probably actually win that one.
No, not always.
That show
Not
is
today.
hilarious because they would.
I'm not. I
These
have a
adults look
secret.
crazy.
I cannot answer shit that he can answer.
These adults look crazy as hell sometimes. I'm like, yo, like it's funny. That's it.
I mean, like I know things like when a frog swallows, they bring their eyeballs in to help them push food down into their system.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Yes,
The
kids.
more you know.
Smarter Than a 5th Grader is one of those shows where like I want to believe, but like there's always going to be the part of me in the back of my head that it's like, but what if I'm wrong and what if I'm embarrassed?
Yeah.
Like for example, I'd like to believe I'm great at math, but like terrible at geography. So like, and to be fair, at a base level, like so I could like absolutely, any math sciencey question, I'm gonna be fine. But the minute someone's like, where is the city located? It's like, God, I don't know, where is Washington D.C. located? Like, I'm just gonna, and plus, and in addition, like the being on television and kind of like blanking there. Like, I'll just be like, I don't know, what is the capital of Massachusetts? I don't know. Like, just that's my big fear.
I mean, the pressure of being on a game show is pretty high. Just
Yeah, I
having
mean,
all the cameras in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a pain.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Because
that's why I want to be
I
on
was-
something like fucking floor is lava, because you're not trying to prove anything. You're just fucking climbing and falling into the fucking water. Like, that's it.
That's
I mean,
exactly.
Beth, haven't we talked
No.
about this show before?
I
Yeah,
actually
where
can say
everybody just
from experience
disappears.
of being on national television, it's not fun.
What show were you on?
I was on an Al Jazeera special town hall presentation or report for sexual assault on campus, college campuses.
Well, that's not a fun topic. If you're out
No.
there to win $1 million, it might be more fun.
They picked my question to ask the host, didn't warn me, stuck a microphone in my face and said, ask this question that you
So
wrote
you
down
were
earlier.
surprised. You didn't know.
That sounds
Well-
like being sexually assaulted with the microphone. Like they surprised you, they stuck that shit in your face and they're like, talk, bitch, talk. Like, I don't like that.
Well, asking the question was fine because I could just ask the question I wrote down. But then the host responded to me and I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm here asking you the questions. I'm not supposed to be answering these.
Oh, was it a dialogue?
It's aggressive.
No,
What
it
did
was
the
like
what did the host at? Like the person who asked the question, what did they ask back?
I think she asked me like, what do you think we can do or something to that effect. And I was
What
like,
was your question?
I don't remember. It was like, I had
Like,
stage fright. I was
Blacked
just,
out.
yeah, I was just kind of frozen because
Yeah. Tough. That's tough. I mean, but you know, I feel like sometimes, especially if you're going on a show to win some money, you gotta like just think about having a good time and not worry about winning. Just like go out there and have a good time.
Mhm.
Listen, you're
Or
not
just
losing.
try to
money.
crawl from one side of the room to the other and try not to fall into the fucking water.
So for me,
Way
let's
more
make a
fun.
deal. Let's
Way more
make a
fun.
deal. I will continue to say, yep, let's do it, because I walked in without that. I'm fine walking out without that.
Oh yeah, always. Yeah.
I mean, on
Yeah.
the price right, how many cars can I win? Let's just see how the deal goes.
So,
All
All
so the,
$20 cars. So if I win 3 cars, I could sell them for like 15 a piece.
so, but from what I hear about winning,
Don't forget you have to
out
pay
there,
taxes on
You have to
those.
pay the taxes and getting it
No,
back.
not until you're and not
The
until you
prizes, right? You pay taxes on prizes.
Not until you do what?
Prices.
in
It's a pro-
California, you have to pay like 50% in game show winnings taxes.
but not that day, right? Like it's not due that day. Do it like
I mean, when it's
if
issued
you
to
wanna,
you-
yeah, when you
when
want
you
to claim
collect
it,
it.
you have to pay
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
When you collect the prize.
Yeah,
oh,
you only get
You
like
pay
half the prize
taxes
money
on it. It's crazy.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why when that's like when Oprah would give away cars. You have a car and you have a car and you have a
You're
car.
like,
Everybody's like,
no.
well, I
That's
have
tax purposes.
$7,000 in taxes to pay now.
That's taxes.
Thanks.
That's why she doesn't give a fuck. You know.
Yeah.
Legal purposes, that was a
He
joke.
doesn't
That's why you
give
gotta
a
sell
fuck
the thing before
every
taxes show.
single show.
Ellen
Wait,
does the
what if
same
it's-
thing when on her show when she does
They
the
all
12 days
do
of
it.
Christmas or whatever. Gives all her shit away. That's for
None
tax
of
purposes.
People have $7,000 to pay in taxes.
Well, I don't know how many and
Wait.
how much, but it was it's like 40% of whatever they bought. They got.
Can I just throw out, what if it's tax-free weekend like this weekend was in
That's-
Massachusetts?
no.
It's only on specific things that you can buy. That's
It's
the tax.
purchasing from a store.
Yeah,
It's not
game
like-
show winnings are a
Bullshit.
separate tax thing.
course it's
category.
bullshit.
Yeah,
It's always
lottery, right?
That's why you
I think game shows are similar to like lottery winnings.
Which
Yeah.
is why you don't want to go on something hard. You just want to bounce off the big balls
Just
sometimes
go
into the
for
water.
Wipeout. The
Bounce
worst
off the
happens
big
is
balls.
you're a
Tax free weekend
legend
is bullshit
for
because I got
failing.
Uber Eats today and I still pay tax on my food. So fuck that. They full of shit.
Wait,
I
is this
bought
tax-free
my-
weekend?
I bought my mom a phone
It's only on like
yesterday.
clothes and school supplies.
Yesterday
It's
and
meant
today
for
was
school
tax-free.
supplies.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
bought my mom a phone
Yeah.
yesterday, a new one, and I did not pay taxes
It
for
was
it.
the best day to buy anything expensive, like a phone, like a car, like
Wait,
furniture.
did I pay
you know,
taxes on my
like-
tattoo today?
I don't know if a car qualifies, but like school supplies, clothes, like electronics,
phone-
anything
Furniture for
that
sure.
could be like
The-
the physical
The
product that could
phone
be applied to school.
qualified,
Furniture for sure, because I definitely bought furniture.
Oh, furniture quality.
Yeah,
definitely.
dorm furniture.
I
Yeah, that
bought-
qualifies.
I bought flowers and they weren't taxed. My girlfriend was
Oh.
performing, so I bought roses. That was a neat surprise.
Oh,
Oh,
wait, you bought flowers this weekend?
I bought flowers this weekend. Yeah.
Oh man,
She was performing in an opera, so I was like, I'll go get
Show off.
Yo,
Hey, I wasn't performing. Oh
Damn,
God,
she
I don't
didn't call
even know
you cheap
German.
for
I was
buying
just
it this
sitting there being
weekend.
like,
That's
this
dope.
is
Though.
so
All right, I
great.
like that.
No.
I'm just-
she's
I'm just
great.
playing
I
with
was
you.
sitting in the audience, like I don't know.
I'm just playing with you.
Well, and it's by state, so each state is a little bit different. So
That's true.
last weekend was Virginia's tax-free weekend.
That's
Does
great.
New York or Jersey have a tax-free weekend?
no, but I got my child tax credit. What?
That's the same thing.
Guess who got money to pay for tutoring? What? Yeah.
Hey, was that part of like the last?
Yeah. So
Thing?
like my ex gets half of it because we split, tax purposes or whatever. He gets half, I get half, and then like I pay for the tutor and no new shoes for me.
What did your kid need tutoring in?
I signed my kids up for Kumon July 2020 and for math, and it was literally the best investment I've ever made in my life. My daughter finally did not
New
need
sponsor.
help for math. Another sponsor, Kumon.
Yeah, come on.
No, they have to say they're sponsoring us and give us
Oh,
money.
okay.
Time. Come
They
on,
have
you
to say
go over
that. We
there,
can't.
like, come on, do it. Like they just make you repeat the same shit over and over. And my kids literally come home and they're like, Mom, this is so stressful. Why are you making us go? Come on, what's your problem, Mom? We hate it. We're so anxious. Stop, Mom. And I'm
What
like,
is it?
I got really good grades, so I can't.
What is it called?
Kumon, Kumon. Do you have kids?
No, but I want to be a tutor.
Oh, it's
Other end.
it's such a great thing, right? So like they have like this guy, I don't know his name, I don't think it was Kumon, but he created this like whole like what's that thing, like course, right? Starts from kindergarten all the way up to calculus, and it's like the basics of all the math stuff you need to know.
Mhm.
So each grade level. And so like my daughter, like it just really helped. Like I didn't have to help them with shit last year, and they were like homeschooled half the year, so it was really hard. And like hopefully now when school's back to normal, like they won't be behind like a lot of
Okay.
kids.
Right.
So they hate it, but it works,
Yeah.
and it makes my life easier.
I just want some side money to make. That's all.
The Kumon people
Oh,
just
well,
got
so
free
you have to-
sponsorship. They didn't have to
It's
pay us
not
shit
like
for that.
You have to like run a center, and then like each kid's parent like pays you per subject per hour. But I'm sure you could get a job at a center. They
Okay.
have them in Massachusetts for sure.
I've seen a couple driving. I don't remember where, but I know I've seen a few.
Yeah, it's that bummed out smiley face.
A bummed out smiley face.
Bummed out
True.
smiley
Yeah,
face.
I don't know how to
That's
describe the logo, but it's like a sad smiley face. Yeah.
a
that's
sad
right.
smiley face. And that is how we're going to end episode 71 with a sad smiley face. Karaoke host Q&A. We got a bonus question coming up though. Right, Amanda?
Sure.
We're going to do a 10 question speed round for the bonus question. We're going to do would you rather questions. You don't get to think about it. You don't get to discuss it. It's a 10 question speed round bonus question. I'm going to stop. Hold on. I'm just going to stop recording for a minute and then restart the recording. I don't know why. Again, still. But
This
we're
is a
still
bummed out
streaming.
smiley face. This is hilarious.
Still streaming. It is a sad smiley face. So
That's
recording is going to
crazy.
stop right now.
Oh my
We are
God.
still live streaming everything.